Is you mean to end the show?
We're going live.
It's still one of the greatest clips ever.
Unreal. That man is a cancer.
That man is a legend.
Wow.
I believe we're live.
The O'Reilly cut.
There's no way we're live.
I think we're live, dude. Are we live?
Nah,
live?
dude.
We're
Dude.
live.
Nah, dude.
Hey, look me in the eyes, dude. Are we live?
F
We'll do it live.
Are we
live.
actually live?
Yeah, well,
All
yeah.
right.
it's here
Hello,
right
everyone.
now. The only person watching is Liz. That's it.
Oh, well, Liz is great. Hello, everyone. It's Dylan from YuGiOh Everything, and welcome back to another Talking YuGiOh Into the VRAINS episode, live stream podcast, episode 30, Conquering Your Demons. Now, this episode the episode we'll be analyzing was a while ago. We're actually on the cusp of episode 117, the kickoff of Playmaker versus I. I believe we're just a few 6-7 hours, a few short hours away
We're staying
from
on
that.
stream, 8-hour stream
We're live
tonight.
streaming right through the
That'd be
episode.
amazing, actually.
Maybe we'll do that for the final one. That would actually not
That'd be
be a
pretty
bad
cool.
idea. But we're not doing it for this episode because we all have things to do tomorrow. And not only that, we don't want to keep you here for 8 hours. But we are going to talk about Soulburner Revolver, a duel which is being dubbed as one of the best duels in recent memory. A duel that I personally loved, a duel that probably makes my top 10 duels of all time list. I just absolutely loved the duel. And we're going to go into it with Nick T and Pete. Thank you guys both for joining me.
Of course.
Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you for having us.
Sorry for another late night stream, but hopefully there are a few of you out there that are watching that will enjoy this. And we are going to go over Revolver Soulburner. We're going to go over our predictions for Playmaker versus I, maybe the last duel that we will have to predict. A third YuGiOh VRAINS staff member came out and tweeted something vague that could be in correspondence to the show ending.
Didn't you send it to us? Or
I did not send it to you guys.
Really?
That was, I
thought
think,
saw
the
it.
first one.
Oh.
So we'll be going over that. The batch of summaries comes out September 6th, and maybe we will go over the 118 and 119 summaries that we got today.
Let's do it.
I'm sure a lot of people watching, if we do that, we will have spoilers, a spoiler warning, but maybe we'll go into that a little later on. But before we get into it, I do want to thank everyone who super chatted last Talkin' Yu-Gi-Oh episode. Big thank you to Infernity King Matthew Kennedy. Dark Signer's video is coming either tomorrow or Thursday, I promise. I'm sorry I'm so delayed on that. Goosey Q, Melinda Phantom, big thank you to her. Katie Ritter, TNX Rail, Alex Verme, Seriously Orion, John Roy, Jack Rhodes, Davis Enos, The Fireball, Dumont Barian, Div Z, Matt Hernandez, Brian Ford, Elizabeth Games, and Kenneth Folks. And again, a huge thank you to Melinda Phantom on the Barrett Letty stream. She donated an incredible amount, and a big thank you to BAM255019, who donated single-handedly, I think, over like $300, something absolutely
That's
disgusting
insane.
like that. So Bam,
Awesome.
seriously, dude, you made my whole month of August. You genuinely did. I mean, you basically helped me pay off student loans, so thank you so much, man. I cannot thank you enough, and thank you to everyone who chooses to donate or support me on Patreon. Literally means the world. Soulburner Revolver.
Wow. I'm sorry. I'm distracted. I think I hit a cat. One of your neighbor's cats.
Are you kidding me? Why wouldn't you tell me when you
Why
first
would
got
you not
here?
say that before we started
this?
this?
That's horrible, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
Maybe you didn't. You might not
Brian
have.
Griffin did, dude.
So
No, I
my
thought-
neighbor feeds a lot of cats, and we have like 25 strays. Do not feed stray cats. Adam ruins
Yeah.
everything. Did a whole thing on that.
Is that actually a thing?
Yeah, because they end up killing birds, and now we have so many stray cats all over. It's
That's
a
why
horrible.
I'm
Wait,
I
the
don't
cats
know.
kill
I
birds?
can't confirm.
Yeah, and like there's bird species that are extinct now because there's so many
Too many
stray cats.
Well, maybe I did. I don't know.
No, don't say you did a
I
favor.
can't confirm if I hit it or not. But
I'm just gonna assume you did not hit the cat.
I don't know.
Why wouldn't you say something
I'm
when you first
sorry.
got here? Why did you think it's a good time to wait for the live stream to bring it up?
He's outing himself as an animal murderer.
It's okay, man.
Thank you.
It's okay.
Thank you. Anyway, sorry. I just had to say that.
Okay,
before,
well, I don't know why, but thanks for getting it off your chest.
The episode was great,
Well,
but-
I have a monologue.
You have a mom.
But I was
Oh,
waiting
it's
for
coming
you
back.
to say something.
Oh. Why don't you start us off?
Thank you.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. I'm gonna start us off here. With every single Yu-Gi-Oh show, it's been very structured in terms of the final duel. The final duel is considered the ceremonial duel. Yugi versus Atem, Judai or Jaden versus Yugi, Yusei versus Jack, Yuma versus Astral, and then YuGiOh versus RedEye. It's the moment where the main protagonist gets their biggest win or their biggest moment of their character's life almost. I'm not including main antagonist duels. And it's just a very big, triumphant moment for the main character. For me, if Yu-Gi-Oh! VRAINS actually is going to end, Revolver Soulburner felt like the ceremonial duel to me. And it seems like maybe they flipped it, where the ceremonial duel always concludes the show.
Right.
And usually the duel before that is the protagonist versus the main antagonist duel.
Right.
Although Arc 5 was not really like that, but still. It just seems this duel had every makings of what a ceremonial duel is. Enjoyable, which all 5 of the previous ceremonial duels I thought were fantastic. A bit of a shock win. Like, if you take away the ceremonial aspect of it, which kind of makes it a little predictable, every time Yugi versus Atem, little Yugi, Atem's going to win.
Of course.
Yugi wins that duel.
Right.
Judai versus Yugi is weird. We don't know the actual result. Yusei versus Jack, a Jack Atlas that had, become such a more strong-willed opponent, a much more selfless person since the beginning of 5Ds. Maybe Yusei is still favored in that duel. That's maybe the only exception here. Yuma versus Astral. We all think Astral is the better duelist and is going to win. Yuma ends up winning. Yuya versus RedEye. RedEye at this point had already beaten Yuya. You think he's the better duelist between the two? Yuya ends up winning. Soulburner versus Revolver. This is like Joey Wheeler versus Kaiba. There's no way that Soulburner is going to win. There's no way that Joey Wheeler is going to beat a Kaiba.
Against him.
And yet, look what happens. Soulburner gets this massively emotional, triumphant win. And this duel, if Playmaker versus I is the final duel of this show, and people say, where's the ceremonial duel? This felt like the ceremonial duel to me.
It's got sort of like a philosophical,
And one of the deepest duels I remember in a long time.
Absolutely.
I mean, talking about, the afterlife and Soulburner's parents being dead and him yelling at them the morning of over something stupid.
For both of them.
I mean, it was fantastic. And if you show that duel to someone and you say Soulburner's the main protagonist of the show and they've never seen the show before, they probably believe you. I think you can convince anyone who's seen a previous Yu-Gi-Oh show that that's the ceremonial duel and Soulburner is the main protagonist.
Sure.
That just had such a ceremonial duel vibe to me. I talked to Jesse Wood, a good friend of mine, on the Patreon call that we did a few days ago. He said the same thing. He said it literally felt like a ceremonial duel to him. So that's where I just wanted to start, that this duel had the impact of a ceremonial duel, and it being towards the end of the show, I think maybe we look back at it, and sure, it didn't have the main protagonist, but it will fill that void if we don't actually get a final duel that's more of a lighthearted one. Right,
definitely. I think, with Revolver talking about, at first, saying something nice about, how he believes, the afterlife and this, and then almost saying something sort of insulting to bolster Soulburner. I think it was powerful because it was clear that he was trying to get not only a reaction, but to try to push Soulburner to
push him
get
forward.
out of the slump, out of these bad memories.
And then Flame shows up.
Oh,
I mean, what I didn't
maybe
even
not literally, but
still the spirituality of Flame, that was a brilliant scene. And then Soulburner smacks himself in the head and his hand goes on fire. It was a very memorable.
It was really empowering, and it really flipped the whole duel on its head.
And Soulburner became the favorite character of at least hundreds of people.
Sure.
Because any person who's ever been in that situation where they yelled at a family member or yelled at a friend and never see the friend again, even if it's not through death, but they never see the friend again, or maybe there was a bad breakup and you always regret. And there's some friendships of mine in the past that people I'm not friends with anymore that we've talked about it before, that I don't even remember what the argument I had with them was about. But we don't talk to them again. I'll probably never see them again. And we were very good friends at one point. And so Soulburner became so relatable, I think, to so many people when you add in that extra dimension that he not only lost his parents, which is obviously horrible, but he's always going to have this, and he's had this intense guilt at yelling at them, at getting in a fight with them over something so stupid. And it's just a very complicated way to put a twist on the phrase, you never know what you have until it's gone.
Right.
And it was just beautifully done. Yeah. What did you think of the whole duel in the episode?
No. You go.
Either or.
I'm only here for donos, bro.
That's not true. Do we have any?
Yes.
Thank you, guys. I appreciate it.
The duel was great. I think I spoke a decent amount on the duel itself in our last episode because we got it's half the duel. But like I really enjoyed a lot of the back and forth, even as like almost not unrealistic, but like it was like kept like flipping back and forth, like a lot of countering, I guess, if you will.
But
Which
the dueling action was great.
it was incredible, and like
Yeah.
so the animation for it, like it was all just beautifully
Well, it was
done.
Gilbo. It was just a perfect
It's
storm.
perfect storm. Yeah,
I mean-
seriously. And the plot for it, just I really grew a much deeper appreciation for both characters afterward, and just like the philosophical whole perspective of it, you know, like a lot. Even though it was just to help Soulburner, I think you can take away a lot from what Revolver had said about the afterlife and what he believes. You know.
Yeah, that they're never gone.
Right,
Flame
yeah,
kind of
like-
said a similar thing.
Yeah.
And even if you lose, I mean, I know I'm not going to say his name out loud, but we had a friend whose father was a very nice man. You probably know exactly what I'm talking about.
Exactly what you're talking
Great guy. I mean, one of just an absolute amazing person. Unfortunately, succumbed to a terminal illness
Right.
when we were in high school. You probably know who I'm talking about as well.
I think
And I remember his dad of our friend
yeah.
was just didn't really love partying,
Right.
really didn't love drinking or smoking or whatever. And after his dad passed, his son kind of fell into those habits.
right.
And I think that's what Revolver was saying. Live your life in a way that's not going to
Shame
upset or shame the people
When
that
you
have
see
passed
them.
away. And so when you see them, exactly. And I think that's very important to follow those words. I think it's one of the best quotes and one of the deepest quotes we've gotten in Yu-Gi-Oh! Maybe ever.
Right.
And that's why I've always loved Revolver's character, even from the very beginning when he talks about how technology is a cancer and
Right.
almost like taking a shot at social media, which I
Sure.
was completely on
Oh,
board
you're
with.
always on board with.
Yeah, I mean, I always am.
Yeah. No, he was on point with it.
And so, yeah, I just think we've seen people that have almost kind of done the opposite of his words,
Right.
and you just wonder that when it all comes down to it,
How-
how happy are they going to be?
Just
with
like
the
I hope I'm
choices?
not, you know, shaming the cat when I finally get to see it. You know, I hope I live my life in a way that's not shameful too.
It's, you know what, all memes aside, I just think it's a very powerful
No, it
quote.
was. No, it seriously was. And even though I think you probably took an unnecessary shot at our friend.
Well,
there.
I mean, look, I didn't give away any names.
Right.
I'm just using that as an example.
You know, it is a good example though, and it's funny because not only did Revolver say he chooses to live his life in a way that's not shameful for when he sees those people, but he says Revolver is acting.
Soulburner is, yeah.
Excuse me. Soulburner is acting in that way, like
Mm-hmm.
living his life in that way, which obviously he maybe didn't mean.
Well, Soulburner, I don't think and that's the thing. I don't think he meant it, and I think there are cases where you're ignorantly doing it, where you
Right.
don't necessarily know you're kind of
Right.
living a life that the people that you love the most that are no longer with you wouldn't really respect and appreciate. And I think that's what made that such a great scene, because Revolver's this 16, 17-year-old kid who's able to take a step back and realize the big picture.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why it's just such an amazing scene, amazing dialogue interactions. Yeah, it was great. Pete, you've been awfully silent over there. What's your thoughts on this
I'm just here
episode?
for I'm here for the donos in the chat. So.
Big
Thank you,
respect.
guys.
No, it was a fantastic episode. Being animated as it was by No-Go Bo, but also just people are talking about it here in the chat. Just what a closure for both characters.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Assuming we're going to assume there's 4 more episodes.
I think
and the show
I think it's
ends,
safe to assume.
Right.
I think it's safe to assume.
from everything that's been on Twitter.
Nothing confirmed yet.
Yeah.
I want to reiterate, but it's.
We'll,
I'm assuming.
we'll take like a
We'll get-
90% chance,
Yeah,
right?
and we'll
I
probably
would
get
say
to
it's
that Twitter
90,
thing.
95
Right.
for me personally.
So,
Yeah.
assuming that this is really the last time you see these characters duel, they may have a couple lines maybe in the last episode, but this is going to be the last major kind of point episode.
Sure.
For me, what better way could you have ended it? I mean,
Right.
you have Soulburner, as we have the title of this episode. He literally conquers his demons. Okay, he gets over everything that he's been living with for 10 plus years. And then you have, in the same way, on the flip side, the other side of the coin, Revolver. You know what? He doesn't talk about it as much and he doesn't show it as much, but he has plenty of demons too, of everything that happened, of everything that he's dealing with, what his father forced him to do or coerced him into doing.
Right.
And I think even though it was kind of a dick move at the beginning of taking him back to the scene of where it happened, it was
Yeah.
for a reason.
Yeah.
It was to see it, to visualize it, to face it, and there wasn't a better setting for it. And I think it helped both characters get over what they needed to, and that's why Revolver was even happy that he lost.
Right? Yeah. Smiling through his cracked visor.
Said good job when the final attack came in.
And I think I forgot to mention before. There's that scene like right before the duel ends. It's a flashback with Soulburner and Flame.
Yes.
And they're like questioning why, like about Revolver's, showing up. He's like, maybe he wanted to apologize. And like, if you think about it, that's what this was.
That was a great cut.
Yeah.
That 2 seconds
phenomenal.
of cutting back to what was that, like episode like
70
it was
before, Mirror Link VRAINS, so it had to be like episode 80, 81.
I mean, like what a cut. And that in that episode, I remember it was like very like preparing for the battles. Like it was very dialogue heavy, and I kind of forgot about it. I never thought that something like that it didn't feel throwaway, but it was a moment between Flame and Soulburner, right? To cut back to that, to have Flame show up here in the episode and inspire Soulburner, be the one that's he's such a part of him through bringing him back from the depths of despair that even though he's gone, he's still a part of Soulburner, that he literally can visualize him, literally realize what he would say to him if he was there in that moment. And I thought that was a beautifully touching scene. And, it was a little much that he has to smack his own face, but it's still... It was him waking himself up. He kind of does the burning draw.
Yeah.
We haven't seen skills used in God knows how long, right?
No.
And it wasn't a technical him announcing he's using a skill, but that's what it was.
Right, it was a trap.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's basically...
Or it was a spell.
It was like what he would normally do.
And he got 4 cards from it. Yeah, it was insane.
And I thought that was absolutely awesome. I love when he makes the turn of realizing that he's going to keep standing forward and going and attacking and taking Revolver's word of don't be, making shame to the people that have passed on. Right. He literally, the environment changes from heavy clouds, rain to sunlight.
Yeah.
Like all those little moments in the episode just make this a perfectly well-rounded thing that does make it basically the ceremonial duel.
Right.
I would say way more than Yusaku Ai is going to be.
Yeah.
And it also, I think... I don't know. Obviously Yusaku Ai could be amazing, but I feel like this is going to be very hard to top.
Right.
And some people are going to be out there and they're going to go, all right, yes, but what kind of stakes did this really have? It wasn't life or death.
But
okay.
It didn't need to be.
It didn't need to be
this
for these two characters.
I think
there were emotional stakes.
Absolutely.
Right.
That's what matters.
I think a big criticism point I would have with VRAINS, I think a lot of people would, was that the stakes were so high every freaking duel.
Right, yeah.
Since the first season, we never had emotional
There was no low
duels.
stake battle, yeah.
It was all, I shouldn't say we never had emotional duels. The way I meant to say that is we've never had emotionally high-stake duels.
Right.
We've always had you lose, you die.
Yeah.
That's it. We've never had actually what these characters are necessarily feeling, and that was as a main focus. That was the main focus. And sure, Revolver was saying things like, "Oh, I'm gonna destroy you. This is where you're gonna die. This is your burial place." But that wasn't real.
No.
He was just saying that to try to get under his skin and be the antagonist that Soulburner needed to defeat. And it was just great. It was amazing.
Yeah, exactly. And even on top of it not really necessarily being a high stake duel, we got a resolution to a conflict that we have had the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
Finally, well, it's at least to some extent, the Lost Incident, which we haven't touched upon very much.
Well, we got right, and if you think about it now, Jin got over the Lost Incident.
Right.
He was almost
strangely, but he did.
No, it was almost a beautiful moment. I actually liked that in that basically recap episode at the beginning of the season that after all the horrible things Lightning did, is that I don't think Lightning intended for that necessarily, but out of all those horrible things that happened, it was one beautiful thing that came out of it. Luck.
Yeah.
That he doesn't feel the pain anymore. He almost doesn't remember what happened to him. And obviously Wendy's character, his partner, unfortunately, he's gone. You have, who knows what's going to happen with Spectre, honestly.
Or Miyu.
But
those are the two that
But Miyu also seems like
she's okay.
She's in a better place.
She seems okay.
So
she's
who is the person that's really struggling? Soulburner, and I think the only one left now is Yusaku.
Yeah.
Now it's time to get over the Lost Incident, get over your former partner, the last Ignis, what better way to set it up?
Exactly.
Now, I wish it was 30 more episodes, but it doesn't look like it.
No.
And you do.
That's the thing. As long as Playmaker and if this is the end, is a good duel. Soulburner, Robopi. I loved Robopi's death scene. To me, it's the best death scene in VRAINS. I know that's highly debated. I don't think you guys agree with that. But
Revolver against Lightning.
Robopi's the best for me. And then you have Soulburner Revolver, which was a fantastic duel. As long as Playmaker versus I is good, you ended on 3 very good duels.
Yeah, and I've been a critic and not necessarily a huge fan of this season.
No.
But I will say it's had some great duels. Whether it was I Go that I really enjoyed, or this Revolver Soulburner duel, Rabapi Soulburner, I think there's been some fantastic duels and fantastic moments. I just feel like whether they're rushing it or we've talked about running out of money or anything else, like it's very strange that we're having basically like a 20 episode season when the previous seasons have literally been 40, 50 episodes. Well, like it's a very odd thing.
If it ends on 120, it's only a 17 episode season.
And
a lot of people said it's not really a season. It's more of like a sequel to season 2.
Yeah, it really is.
It's not
like
really
an
its
epilogue.
own season because Playmaker, if he hasn't dueled yet this season. This is his
literally
first duel of the season.
I don't count his
the
copy
copies. No.
thing.
So that's why. Well, speaking of Playmaker versus I, we are going to make our formal and maybe final predictions. I have Caliber's prediction texted into me right now. Caliber and I are 2 points ahead of Nick T and Pete. So we will see if their predictions are different. You're both going to have to write it down on paper. Actually, Nick T, you write it first. I guess we can read off a few donations if we have any.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you guys so much, by the way.
That's the only reason I'm here.
And by the way, all these donations that you guys have been giving me, we are very close to a studio upgrade while the table has been put on hold. We are very close to buying all of us wireless mics, and that is only through you guys. Those mics are not cheap, so thank you guys. I just want to tell you that your donations are going somewhere.
You won't see us fidget with the
exactly, and you won't have our faces blocked. It'll be like wireless clip-on mics, like they use for Impractical Jokers or Judge
I feel
Judy.
bad that they're gonna have to see our faces more.
You're gonna have to see our faces more, which
that I really have a reason to get a face tattoo now.
Yeah.
All right, post
that's sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll do a couple. Pete, if you could just write down an initial under it.
Sure. Some people are also once again saying that Earth was the best death.
Yeah, Earth is number 2 for me. That's why Revolver's number 3. But I think what we're gonna do too is do a couple live streams because I'm gonna be doing a lot of top 10 lists if VRAINS does come to an whenever it comes to an end, whether that's this month or not. And what I am going to be doing, if you guys want to do it, is get you two and Calibro. And when I post a top 10 list, you guys can come on and we can do a top 10 countdown. So we all go around and we all say what our number 10 is, our number 9 is, number 8, and then we all do.
I really like that.
Yeah, I think that would be really fun. So, and then of course people in the chat could also give theirs and stuff, and we could explain why. I think that would be cool. So I think we're gonna do that. And we can do that for. I plan to do top 10 lists for best duels, characters, unanswered questions, disappointments. Those are definitely 4. Probably a couple more as well thrown in there.
I don't know if I could give 10 disappointments, but
yeah, I mean, we could do 5 actually. Yeah. Maybe 5's better.
I could probably think of it.
Yeah.
All right, so some donos. Bam is here.
Oh, Bam.
Donated $2.
Bam, you don't have to go crazy, man.
The legend continues. Hi, guys. Hope everyone doing great.
Yes, doing really good, dude.
I'm doing awesome. I'm a little beat. It's been a busy day.
Yeah, it's been a very long day.
Yeah. It's in a good way for me.
So. Bam, you're amazing. Thank you, dude.
I love you.
FrostReaper is here.
Oh, Frost.
Donated $2 and said, impressions on Soulburner now, guys. Penny for your thoughts.
Yeah.
I think.
Way better. I mean, his stock shot up, and it's probably going to end. It's not. And I've said many times, I've never hated Soulburner. I never had any issues with them early on.
Right.
I wasn't a fan because I thought they kind of just shoehorned him in, and he was stealing all the attention.
Right.
Yeah, just crushing all the developed characters from season 1. Thought that was a little but no, this was great. This gave him that personality and that backstory that
he needed.
Every character needs, I think.
Yeah.
And he probably is going to end in my top 5 characters.
Absolutely. And I just love, that he let go of everything, or pretty much everything that was holding him down, not only emotionally, but as a character to me. He's gotten past it.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I just love, because as you guys talked about, it is such a personal thing that someone can relate to, of telling someone something bad and then maybe never seeing them again or never talking to them again. That is so real. It's so easy to relate to.
Absolutely.
And that was probably an average regular day for him. Okay, I had a fight with my parents. Oh, it was something dumb. I don't even remember what it was. And look, they died.
And he gets kidnapped.
And he has to live with that for the rest of his life. And
Yeah.
you know what? He might have got over a lot of things in his duel, but he'll always think about that. And
Yeah.
that's something he's going to have to learn to live with.
Yeah.
And even at a young age, because these guys are all, 16?
Right.
Yeah.
Like, they have their whole lives ahead of them. That's going to be something that maybe he and his grandparents need to talk about, and he needs to get over
Yeah.
Yeah.
as best as he can.
Right.
Yeah. Great moments for him. Thank you, Frost.
Bam donated another $5
Thank you, Bam.
and said, for each of you guys, what do you want in this duel between Ai and Yusaku? Like flashbacks between the two? What's going to be your favorite part of the last duel? I definitely want some flashbacks. I
Yeah.
definitely want to touch those emotional chords of the two of them.
Yeah, I actually agree. At first I was going to say, maybe not flashbacks, and it's necessary to reestablish the bond that they once had to really, strike an emotional chord. But I want to see, what's this all for?
Yeah.
Of course, and obviously, how much can we really flesh it out, right? With possibly such a short amount of time,
Right.
But
it's crazy that this show is like, this is the last duel,
yeah,
man.
exactly. That's
insane
why it's
to me.
weird. But yeah, I mean, of course, like emotion. Obviously, a well-animated, entertaining duel. Like, I think that's what we all want. But a lot of dialogue, a lot of story. It has to be story-driven. Otherwise, it'll sort of end on a flop to me.
We got a lot of Ai's pain and guilt that he was feeling in the Zaizen's duel. I really want that to continue to be expanded. I want that to continue to be a focal point. And I want to see Playmaker give some really good advice on how to move forward, because he was able to do that with the Lost Incident in Season 1. That's what Season 1 was about, defeating the Knights and moving forward, escaping the Lost Incident. This could be just like Soulburner's stock shot up for me, and I think shot up for a lot of people. This could be the duel where people that have been on Playmaker, it really turns.
Hopefully.
This can be a very major duel for him.
Yeah, I mean, I've liked his development more since Season 2. For me, yes, I would love Yusaku development. For me, this is about Ai. I have not been sold on his turn whatsoever. Even with the Zaizen duel, provided some stuff. Okay, but I need more, and I need more of their relationship, the two of them. And so that this duel has to provide those things. Just like Bowman Yusaku, you had a lot of those things that were worked out in that duel, and what he was feeling and going through and his plans. This is more personal, and this needs to be worked out and fleshed out.
Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, Bam. You're great.
John Roy is here.
Thank you, John.
Donated $5 and said, I
Thank you,
hope
dude.
human Ai wins, and maybe we will have a longer show, and Playmaker and Revolver and Soulburner can duel together and defeat a powerful human Ai.
That's exactly what
I mean, that's the dream.
I'd love to see it. I mean, if the show ends in 4 episodes, Playmaker wins.
Right.
And if Playmaker wins, I got to be honest with you, there is an outcome here that I think is not that far-fetched, where all of the Ignis at the end of the show are dead. I don't think that's crazy to say. It's dark.
I would like it, but you don't think there's any way that they come to some sort of resolution in Ai Lives? Is there no going back now?
I think it's possible. I mean, I think you're saying it's not a far-fetched idea.
I don't think
very
it's
possible.
far-fetched. I don't think it's far-fetched if someone came up to me and said, this show ends with Ai and all the Ignis dead. Yeah. If they said that in the middle of the show or early in the show, I'd say, I don't think so. That's a dark ending.
You know what?
I don't think it's likely, but I think it's possible.
It's not that far-fetched because I think you could see it sort of as like a message of like, they're gone and talking about how humanity wasn't ready for AI with free will.
You know what I would love, though? You know what I would absolutely love? Somehow, some way, this show ends on a massive cliffhanger, or it somehow ends teasing the next Yu-Gi-Oh show.
That'd be amazing.
Which has never happened before in the history of Yu-Gi-Oh. Or a cliffhanger that gets addressed in Yu-Gi-Oh 7.
Right.
I would, if it ends that way, dude, it's gonna have an incredible ending. I would be so happy. I don't think it will.
Yu-Gi-Oh 7 show. It could be called Age of Ai. Just like Age of Ultron, Age of Ai.
Come on, let's make it happen.
I would love
Another
that.
Marvel parallel.
Listen, man, I'm out here. That's the only reason Dylan pays me to be here. He doesn't pay me.
Thank you, John. I appreciate it, man.
He doesn't pay you?
No, dude.
He pays
Remember,
me.
we don't get
He's
any.
pretty upset.
Oh, dude, I don't even get dental here.
Oh, dude.
You have to be here for a year.
Right.
Yeah, it's true. I'm not a full-time member, dude.
he's a freelancer.
I'm a huge freelancer. Odd Eyes Vaughn is here.
Oh, Devin,
Yo.
thank you, dude.
Donated $5
Great
and
guy.
said, Devin, I am sorry for your loss. He said, lost my mother to suicide when I was 16. 3 years later, I still think about how I argue with her, and this episode really hit home for me.
Wow.
Revolver helped me. That's a very personal thing, and we give our condolences out to you.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that, man.
Whether, I don't know if that was a long time ago for you. You said 3 years, but still, that's something that you always have to live with. So it's hard. Mental illness and dealing with that kind of stuff is very hard, and I've had moments like that before of watching entertainment. And feeling it and striking certain chords with me. I always say all the time that the Flash season 1 finale, where Barry gets to talk to his mother when he goes back in time, who was murdered when he was a kid, that hits me just because I know the relationship I have with my mother. And so if anything tragic like that happened, like what it would be like to talk to her. I mean, there's so many people in my life that are not here anymore that if I had 5 minutes to talk to them, I mean, that would be something. So I totally understand where you're coming from.
Definitely can empathize.
Yeah. I'm sorry about that, man. I can't even imagine how hard it is to go through that. Definitely, if you haven't already, I recommend talking to someone, going to therapy. I mean, that helped me immensely. But what I've gone through, I don't like to compare any scenario. Like person A loses a parent, person B loses a parent. Everyone deals with pain their own way.
Yep.
Everyone has a relationship with that relative in a completely unique way. So I don't want to compare pain or anything, but I'm sorry to hear that, man.
Yeah,
That's really tough. But I'm glad you were able to draw solace from this episode and comfort from this episode.
Like
because a lot of people, when they see stuff like this, it sometimes overwhelms them and it doesn't help them. It's like I use this to escape.
Right.
But I'm glad that it was able to help you out.
Yeah,
man.
if you feel that it's emotionally affected you and you felt helped by like some of Revolver's dialogue, then the episode has done its job. And I think that's
just,
important.
but just to add on to that, man, that goes to show you why I hate people who just
you hate people
bash these kind of shows or any shows really, because you don't understand the emotional impact that any specific, I'm just talking about Yu-Gi-Oh, that any specific Yu-Gi-Oh show has on an individual.
Yeah, I mean, some people just don't know how to be objective about anything. So, like, if it's something they dislike, it's something that's bad inherently.
That's
not true.
Right.
Everyone like deals with certain media, is connected with a certain level of media to some extent.
And the other thing that I hate, Arc 5 is the show that obviously gets the most stick. And sure, I personally did not think Arc 5 was a great show, but if someone comes up to me and says Arc 5 is my favorite show, I don't argue that.
Right, of course.
There's nothing to argue.
Yeah. You enjoy it.
If someone says this show is my favorite show, you don't argue that. If someone says this show is the best show, then you can respectfully debate it. But like the personal connections and touches that people get from characters and media just throughout Yu-Gi-Oh, like there's no reason to bash it, man.
Yeah, if you tell me you like something, I would never try to objectively tell you it's bad.
Unless you like something that's harmful to you and others.
Right, of course.
But that's a rare example. But Devin, Odd Eyes, man, we all love you. We're all here for you, man. Thank you so much, dude. Thank you, yeah.
And always, as we said before, if you're ever struggling with any mental illness, depression, anxiety, get help. Talk to someone.
Yeah.
Whether if you can't talk to someone talk to a therapist, like Dylan said.
There are resources out there.
Yeah, and don't feel bad about it because this
Never
happens
do.
to everything. I mean, I don't want to even mention obviously Etika because that was horrible what happened to him. But it can strike anyone who's any level of fame,
exactly.
who has any level of
That's
wealth.
what people miss all the time is they think because someone's famous that they can't struggle with that stuff. Look at what Sophie Turner has gone through.
Yeah.
Okay, you think about someone of her status,
and
right?
the guy from Game of Thrones, he checked into
Kit Harington.
Yeah, Kit Harington,
really?
right when the show ended.
So
that might have been alcoholism, but still.
Yeah, and he was going through a lot of stuff, but never be afraid to address those
and
situations.
don't feel bad.
Don't let anything stigmatize it.
Yeah, and there's always room to improve yourself. Always. Never let it get to a point. Sometimes it's easier to talk to a stranger, so feel free to do that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Love you all.
Big mental health PSA out to all y'all.
Elizabeth W's here.
Yo.
Lizzie.
Liz, you were the first one that I saw on the stream, so hello. She donated $10 and said, theory for you guys.
Let's hear it.
The duel ends with I proposing to Yusaku. He discovered information in Soul's archives relating to the villains of Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 and asked for his assistance, and then Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 begins after that.
Do you know what's wild?
What do you think of that?
She submitted that way before Dylan was like, you know what I would love? So that was probably like 15 minutes before.
Great
Dylan
minds
said
think
anything.
alike, I suppose.
So what you're saying is you ripped off Liz.
I guess I did, even though I couldn't see anything. I will say this about Liz's idea.
Brilliant.
incredible.
And that's
absolutely love it. And it does not mean that Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 needs to be a sequel to VRAINS. It doesn't by any means.
I prefer it not to be.
I prefer it not to be. I want it to be a show that somehow every single show is tied into it, like an Avengers kind of thing.
You imagine it's like, oh well, if it's gonna like somehow lead into 7 without it being a sequel, how are they gonna do that? That would be the way.
Yeah.
Information on the villains, like it doesn't have to be, whatever. Like we would just give us something. That's brilliant.
I would absolutely love that.
Yeah. That's great.
I wouldn't even mind if like it was the two main characters that carry over are I and Yusaku.
Sure. I mean, yeah.
And like maybe team up with the other main characters of the show, like to defeat a greater evil. Maybe some cameo appearances from like a Revolver or Soulburner.
Yeah, it'd be great.
Kusanagi.
It'd be so
like
great.
I don't know. It'd just be
dude. Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 Talk gets me so.
It's to be a really good idea. So,
that makes me
dude,
happy.
what happens if you expand on that? Right? Somehow it is Arc 5 like, but way better, and we're going to other dimensions of the world. So that's how the other Yu-Gi-Oh! Shows come for the 20th anniversary. Everyone's coming together. It's like a Crisis on Infinite Earths thing to save all realities. Everyone's got to come together.
It'd be incredible. Oh, it would be freaking phenomenal.
Kaiba comes back. He goes, "Oh my god, the stuff I sent out to contact the aliens in space. That's the villains coming down for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. It's all his fault."
That was in GX. They did that in GX.
Yeah,
it's
all his fault.
That's a theory that I mean, it was never confirmed that it was him, but it basically was. That's a theory. A theory that I've been working on for a while that I hope to release. I can really focus on it when VRAINS comes to an end. Is that Kaiba is basically the god of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Universe. Everything happens because of him. All the bad things in 5Ds, all the bad things in GX. That's why I might title it as like anti-demigod. No.
For everything
right.
bad in the
What's
world.
the actual term I'm looking for? Not God. Someone that's responsible for just all the horrific things that happens on the timeline.
Catalyst?
Catalyst?
Well, that wouldn't be like a villain, but a catalyst is something that sort of like sets it into motion, like something into motion.
Okay, I like that word. Maybe the devil catalyst. I like that phrase.
See, I just keep thinking of Antichrist.
That's what I keep saying too.
Literally
but
all
I
I'm
feel like a video
thinking of.
titled Seto Kaiba is the Antichrist of Yu-Gi-Oh! That could work.
That could be. Yeah, I mean that could work. It would definitely. It sounds clickbaity, but
it sounds clickbaity. But again,
I mean, you built this channel off of Seto Kaiba.
I built this channel.
So you got to
Seto
bring it
Kaiba
back to its roots.
and off of theories. I haven't made a theory video in a year. Legendary Duels called me out on it. I've gotten very comfortable. Legendary Duels can be. He's a very honest guy.
I'm calling you out right now.
I've gotten kind of comfortable.
it's
And
ironic.
I don't make
though.
risky videos anymore.
It's
I need to do that
ironic
more.
though because like, all right, great. Like the theory videos are great, but you haven't done them in a while. And then on the other hand, it's like, which I want. Of course, we all want you to because it's fun.
Right.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, then we make memes about like, you doing theory videos for money. So which is it?
I mean, look, that's
Right.
the thing. I make theory videos for money. I haven't made a theory video in over a year.
Yeah.
So that's
We're
Is
still
it-
waiting for the
is it
timeline, bro.
Dylan doesn't take risks and doesn't make his theory videos anymore, or Dylan's going to make theory videos just for money. What is it?
It's a Spider-Man meme.
You guys decide.
Oh jeez, you guys decide.
one you
Vote in the
want?
comments.
Yeah.
There's no vote thing. Don't look for it. But Liz,
That'd be cool.
That's a great
Oh, yeah,
theory,
that's-
Liz. Love it. We'll take one more,
I'm taking one more.
and then we're gonna go into our predictions. We will get to all of them. Thank you all so much
Okay.
for donating.
Okay. Do you want to do one more, or
Why?
can we do 3 more?
Yes.
Okay. So Nicholas Horton donated €5
Great dude. Thank you,
Heck
Nick.
yeah.
and said, "How about if Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 is like a big crossover series and VRAINS leads into it somehow?" So
Yeah,
kind of like
yeah,
what Liz
very
was saying.
relevant.
VRAINS leads us off.
So
right-
Nicholas and Liz both said that before
Yeah.
I even brought it up. I
Yeah.
think that's what a lot of people want.
Yeah.
That'll probably be another Road to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 entry before VRAINS comes to an end that I'll do. What if VRAINS ends into
I mean, it'd be
leads into
cool.
7?
It would be so cool, man.
Because then we have 6 months too of just waiting.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's 6 months that, like, sure, it sucks, but you know what? I keep looking at it from glass half full.
Yeah.
They have plenty of time to animate
Yep.
these episodes, to get animators. They have plenty of time to save money, to accrue.
Yeah, like the rest of this
budget.
budget better be going to.
Yeah.
They,
something.
I'm
or
sure
they
it
could
will.
just procrastinate the entire time away, and we get like a very 2D version of the show, and that's it.
Oh, 2000s
You know,
animation.
some chalk zone style
Yes.
like animation,
Yes.
like you know what I mean.
fucking love it.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry, it's not after dark.
Whoa,
It's
this
late.
guy.
I real quick because I
Oh.
think it's funny that obviously it's a good idea, a good name, and everything that you're naming your whole like segment of videos leading up to 7, the Road to Yu-Gi-Oh! 7. But now that the VRAINS is ending so early, it's gonna be a very long road.
It's the
gonna
yellow
be-
brick road.
Yeah, I am nervous about the channel, but I think I'll be okay.
Yeah.
I got great people
I
supporting me.
confident. I just like the name, the way it like sort of plays that way.
Yeah.
It's a long road.
Oh yikes! Ay. And they need to get Maxim the hormone.
Yo.
to do opening one.
Dude,
The band that
I'd
did
be
the second
so
Death Note
hyped.
opening. Pete.
Yes.
Yes.
There's a
So
lot.
we'll take 2 more and then we'll make our predictions. I'm actually very interested to see who you guys are going to pick and who the people in the chat are going to pick.
It's
Hopefully,
gonna be interesting.
yeah.
It's gonna be very.
It
interesting.
depends on which assumption you make. Of
Sure.
making this
Although
prediction
draw
about.
no result is, to me, also
It's
somewhat
definitely a
tantalizing.
possibility.
It's
I
more
could say.
feasible than-
I mean, anything. If this is the last duel of the series, I mean, anything goes.
Yeah.
So like, I'm just like,
I could win and then the show ends with
even
him.
after I picked it, I'm still thinking like, did I pick the
If
right
you want to
thing?
change it before you make the announcement, you can.
All right, so let's read these 2.
Okay.
So Galladiator's here.
Oh, Gladiator. Great-
Gladiator.
Yeah, great dude.
I love that name.
yeah.
He donated $50.
Wow.
Holy shit.
And he said tossing
Holy
this into
shit.
the wireless mic fund.
Dude, thank you.
Yeah. Oh,
that
wow.
that literally almost fully pays for one wireless mic. So thank you, dude.
Yeah.
I might actually write his name on one of them.
That-
It's a
yes.
wireless mic. It's
Yeah,
not a
we're
big
not
one.
really gonna work.
Yeah.
But
Holy
yeah,
shit,
actually,
thank you
he
so
had-
much, dude.
He's gonna get right after his birthday. We're gonna be testing one out. Probably the stream immediately after.
Yeah.
And then from there, we'll.
My birthday's September 9th, so it's coming up. And then at the next podcast after it's the September 9th date, we're going to have one. So one of us is going to be mic'd with it. And it does
all goes-
connect to the soundboard. It's not XLR, but it has a jack. And
If all goes well.
if all goes well and it sounds good to
Across
you
the board.
guys and there's no like feedback, then
It shouldn't be
wireless
bad.
mics. I'm going to buy like 6 or 7 of them. It's going to be a very big splurge, but it's the, what you guys do for me, it's the least I can do. Always trying to upgrade this place, so thank you.
Absolutely. If we couldn't do the table, we have to do the mics.
And we will do
We'll
the
get to
table.
the table.
We'll get to
We're
the table.
gonna have to custom build the table. Honestly.
We might have to. That's
what we're
okay.
gonna have to do.
I'm not against it.
I'm not against it either. I got wood in the back.
You have wood. What, trees?
There's a lumber yard back there.
No, well,
No,
this-
we're legit gonna have to cut down his.
Oh, so you're the reason that over in the shopping center over there, all those trees are gone. That was you.
yeah, I'm building
Wait,
the
the
table.
what?
Over by the Target.
Yeah, across.
You
from
see
the
down
Target.
over there?
No.
He doesn't really go that
It's
way.
the saddest thing ever.
Yeah.
Remember when you made the jug by the Target,
Yeah.
and there was all that beautiful forest? They mowed the entire thing down. There's just
They're
open
putting
field to
condos
put in
there.
condos.
Yeah, it's a shame.
It's literally so sad.
Come to Monmouth County, New Jersey. We're only getting more populated.
Yeah. And you only have to pay $1,700 a month for a studio apartment.
1 bedroom.
That's probably not really an overestimate either.
No, not at all.
Fucking jokes.
Some people are saying it's low income housing. Some people are saying it's very, very expensive.
Yeah.
So
Either
who knows?
way, we don't need more people here.
No, we don't. We really don't. It's becoming very popular.
I know.
Okay, and
Let's
so
move to Florida.
absolutely not.
let's
Do
move
you-
to Shire.
Hurricane
Sandusky,
Dorian.
Ohio.
Is
We're
there
not Sandusky, Ohio.
absolutely no?
We
When
had this whole plan. I'm going to become the manager of a Red Lobster, which we looked up. Actually, there is a Red Lobster in the one shopping plaza in Sandusky, Ohio.
Sandusky, Ohio, you could buy a house for like $30,000.
Yeah, we did the math, and it was dirt cheap.
So Pete's down. We'll read one more. Gladiator, though, seriously, dude, that
Yeah,
is a
thank you.
huge fucking donation. Thank you so much.
and we appreciate him,
Yes,
Yes.
absolutely.
but also our old friend came back.
Who? Anonymous?
Anonymous anime.
It's
lovers
been a
here.
while.
It's been a
The way
while.
you said it, I knew it was her.
And that's why I wanted to get to these last 2.
Holy
before you guys-
shit.
She donated $100.
Oh my
Wow.
god.
And she said, "Hi
Wow.
Dylan, Nikki T,
Ooh,
and Pete.
love
I finally made it. Yeah. Interesting that this is the installment in the YuGiOh story doesn't have a tournament in VRAINS. Is
Yes.
breaking the mold from previous installments. Stay safe during Dorian. Say hi to Caliber, Jordan, and Keith.
We will, I think, be
Wow.
fine during Dorian, right?
We're just
Yeah.
gonna get some rain.
But-
Shout out
but-
to anyone
But I
in
believe Anonymous
Florida.
is in North Carolina.
Yeah, wait,
That's
you're wishing us good
Yeah,
luck.
no,
but
we
Yes.
need to wish
you
you
need
good
good luck.
luck.
Anyone Florida, Georgia, the Carolinas.
yeah, please be
The
safe.
Please be
Bahamas.
safe. I was talking to Rarity earlier in the chat. She's in Georgia right now.
Yes, Rarity's
Everybody,
good.
please
be
be safe during the storm. Take all precautions. Take
Yeah.
everything very seriously.
Yeah, no, seriously. Don't try to be like those people in Florida that tried to fight it off with the
Guns, the
shotguns.
shooting.
So
the
one of my,
shooting,
even though it's so dumb, it's still one of my favorite stories.
I think that's my September 9th story.
It is.
When you typed in, where people tried to fight off the hurricane
Yeah,
with
Florida
guns.
man. Yeah.
Just get out of Dodge. Just leave the area. Bring your pets too,
Yes, please do not leave your pets in your homes with the flooding.
Scummiest
It's
fucking
wrong.
thing you can do.
But please be safe.
Anonymous, though,
especially you, Anonymous.
Yeah,
Like,
thank you
the-
so much,
please.
Anonymous and Gladiator. You guys are incredible. I believe, Anonymous, it was you who requested that Yuzu video. That is coming out right when I'm done with Dark Signers, hopefully this weekend. I apologize. I'm horrible with these videos. I'm sorry about that. But, Anonymous, you continue to just make my life that much better. Thank you so much. You're an incredible human being.
And please be safe.
Yeah, please be safe. Okay, predictions?
Prediction
Predictions.
time.
Oh, man, what the hell, man? People just making my
Dude,
nights
seriously.
left and right. Thank you
Right?
guys so
It's
much.
crazy.
Seriously. Everyone who donated, thank you guys. Okay, predictions. The final duel, me and Calibro, 2 points ahead of Pete and Nick T. And you guys in the chat, make your predictions right now. Playmaker,
It's been good, Pete.
no result / draw. Those are your 3 options. Make your predictions. Pete, I want you to keep track.
I will monitor it, sir.
Okay. We are going to start with, I guess, Pete, we're going to start with you.
Oof, wow.
What pick are you making?
All right, now, set the stage.
Okay.
Okay? We're assuming 90-95% chance is the last duel of the show.
Sure.
Yes.
Okay? With that,
Is the percentage actually that high?
For me, it is.
I would say so, right? Given everything that's been coming out from people that supposedly worked on the show. Now, last duel of the show, or last anything of a show,
Sure.
very unpredictable, right?
Always.
So literally anything could happen, right? We could have a thing where it continues into YuGiOh 7.
Could.
I can definitely see I struggled with 2 options. I don't see a way I wins.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I struggled with the draw no result or Yusaku.
Yep.
Here's the thing. I'm taking the safe pick, and I'm picking Yusaku to win. And you go, well, why are you going to say something like that? I mean, duh. I mean, like, anytime I've picked against this man.
Someone flip that, please.
Now, you picked Kusanagi to beat him.
And I really thought, I mean, he had a chance. He got him all the way down.
Sure.
But, like, the way the story was going, I felt it there. But anytime I've picked against this man or thought about picking against this man,
he wins.
He wins. He wins. He gets down to 100 life points and he does some OTK move and boom, he 4,000 damage and he wins. I just can't. If this is the final duel of the show, throw me a curveball, cool. But I can't pick against him. I can't.
Okay. What are people in the chat saying? Where are they leaning right now?
So far, we have. Chaos saying Owie is going to win. A lot of jokes going on here.
Yeah, that's fair.
Pegasus is one option here.
Pegasus.
Zone is another one.
Zone, yeah.
But no, a couple are saying draw no result. Someone said hoping I, but for the most part we had some playmakers. A lot of jokes going on here.
Good. That's
in
what
the
we like
chat.
to see. I love reading back the jokes. Nick T.
So before I make my prediction or like say my prediction, can someone please clip Pete saying, "Why are you gonna say something like that?" Because I just need that.
And also, Josh Rivers here in the comments saying, "No, Pete. Now that you pick playmaker, he's going to lose." I mean, maybe. But I've done pretty well this season, so we're only 2 behind Dylan and Calibro.
So first off, I want to say, in what reality, what ending could we possibly get if I won? Right?
Sure.
Well, playmaker dies, all the Ignis come back, and then you enslave humanity, and that's a happy ending. What possible, or he spares Yusaku, and I don't know. There's no, for me, there's no way I wins. And I also struggled with no result because, maybe there's no result. Again, maybe goes away, turns good, whatever. But I really think Playmaker's got it in the bag. If we're really wrapping up in 4 episodes, the only way to get a true resolution, I think, is a Playmaker win.
So, you both picked Playmaker. Calibro picked Playmaker. He didn't give a reason, but he picked Playmaker.
Of course.
Wow, he couldn't even give a reason.
It was a
So,
thoughtless pick.
I got to be honest.
We're disqualifying the pick.
He
We're
gets,
actually
he gets
switching
minus
it
3. I'm still...
Yeah, we won.
I'm still on the fence, even right now. Earlier in the week, as in yesterday. I forgot it's Tuesday.
As early as the week.
Earlier in the week, literally yesterday, I thought no result / draw.
Sure.
I agree with everything what you guys said. I just feel that the show is not going to kill off I and the Ignis. And I feel like if Playmaker wins, that's going to happen by default. Sure, there's a chance that maybe Playmaker doesn't kill him off, but I don't know. I just think losing has been so synonymous with death to me and during the show that I think if he loses there, that's probably it for him. Granted, there's a chance it's not. My throat just gave out. Maybe that's a sign that it's not going to happen. Look, it'll never happen. Anyway, I just don't have the kahunas to do it. I don't have the kahunas to say in front of these 70 people, I'm assuming, and 100?
We're at 164.
164 for this late?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, that's awesome.
The people are here to support us, and we love them for it.
We really do. I don't have the kahunas to say in front of these amazing 164 people and these 2 gentlemen that it's going to be a draw no result. I'm being boring. I'm picking Playmaker.
But what if it's a moment, dude? Avatar: The Last Airbender, right? Great, probably greatest cartoon I would say in history.
Not counting SpongeBob, sure.
Okay, that's a blasphemy. Okay, at the end, right? Aang, Avatar state. Looks like he's going to kill Ozai.
Right.
Boom, stops it, finds another way. What if we have a thing like that with Yusaku Ai right now? It's like he's struggling with killing him. He goes to do it, and he goes, nah, I can't do it. But there's another way I can fix this situation. It could happen.
It could happen. Absolutely. But
it'll never happen. No, it could happen.
yeah, exactly.
It could happen.
No, I think you're very right. And that's why I also struggle between no result. Because I think, why not?
I also thought of the other option where, like, Yusaku, he can't do it, right? Like, he's on the ropes, but he can't finish him off. Revolver comes out of nowhere. Just kills Ai's show ends. That's it.
I think it's, yeah. I mean, so...
Then they just end like that. It just goes to black.
Yeah.
Very Infinity War style, just ends, the show's over.
Well, so, just as a brief aside, but you'll see how it ties in. First of all, I want to thank you and friends because I finished Gundam 00 and loved it. I'm currently watching Gundam Iron Blood and Orphans. Shout out Infernity King / Matt Kennedy. And there's like an episode. And first of all, the protagonist at first is pretty mindless. He does whatever people tell him to do, and he wins a duel against another Gundam pilot. And the guy's like, pretty much telling him, like, please, like, kill me, like, help me preserve my honor. And you think of most heroes would be like, no, I'm not going to do that. He just, like, in mid-sentence, just shoots him.
I think I've seen that
just
clip.
Shoots him.
Yeah.
And I was like, what? So I just can imagine. It's like,
Revolver.
it's like Yusaku initially seems torn, like, Ai's like, this is it, like, finish me, I know it's your turn, I have no chance. And Yusaku just does it. Obviously just does it.
Dude, there's so many ways that it can end. I don't know. I'm sure it sucks that it's ending so quickly, but I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see what they're gonna do with it.
Yeah.
I guess. So we do have the summaries for 118 and 119. I'm sure many people have probably seen my video on it. There might be some people here there might be some people here that don't want summaries, which is completely fair. So I'm gonna go on and say that if you do not want spoilers, click off this video right now because we're going to talk about it very briefly for just 5 or 10 minutes. But guys, this is the end. And it's not really that spoilery. It doesn't really give away anything. It doesn't confirm anything's ending. So we're going to start 118, which is in 2 weeks, or 1 week actually, 8 days. A reckless proposal. Playmaker barely manages to fend off Ai's attacks. Having found an opening, Playmaker attempts to launch an attack against Ai. However, Ai knows Playmaker inside and out and can predict everything he will do. Ai then unites the feelings of all the Ignises and brings about the advent of the ultimate Cyburst monster. 119, a broken ego. Having learned about Ai's sorrow, Playmaker tries to convince him to stop the battle. However, Ai has already made up his mind and won't back down no matter what. Ai then makes a proposal to Playmaker. Thank you, DMC, for the translations. And again, most likely we're going to 120, which we're getting the full batch of summaries. That should tell us if the show is actually officially ending. We're getting the full batch September 6th.
So only in a few short days.
Ultimate Cyburst Monster. Ai makes a proposal. Those are the big two talking points.
Right. So Ultimate Cyburst Monster. I mean,
Link 6
awesome.
with all the
Yeah, it sounds amazing, and I can't wait to see it. First of all. Second of all, I'm interested to see how he brings upon what the word that they used to describe it. The what of all the Ignis?
The will.
The will. Like, in what way will that happen? As of right now, they're all dead. So how?
Right.
So it'd be interesting to see. And as
it just hypes up the duel.
It hypes up the duel. Really.
Yeah, doesn't give away anything crazy. Yeah. What the proposal is, that's a bit of a debate you can have.
And after having read that, I'm interested as to you still picking Playmaker, because I feel like that also sort of adds more stock in the possible draw / result.
I mean, again, yesterday these summaries came out this morning. Right. So when I was leaning more draw no result, we didn't even have these summaries, but after getting these summaries, I feel like no result's not going to happen because it even says Ai's not backing down.
Right, he's not backing
so that takes away that no result thing.
But the draw, proposal, what could happen? What proposal?
Right. What do you think of it, Pete? What do you make of it?
I think it's very interesting.
Come be my lapdog. We'll enslave humanity.
Yeah. I mean,
or the people that we've killed so far in this war have to stay dead. We're going to revive the Cyburst. We'll leave humanity alone. But Emma, Blood Shepherd, Akira, they all have to stay dead.
Yeah, it has to be a sacrifice that is not beneficial to humanity in some way or shape or form.
Yeah. Whether it's only a few individuals or humanity as a whole, it can't be a good proposal.
It could be something where it's, hey, I'll bring everyone back, but I'm going to stay alive, and I'm going to stay in control of Soul Tech. And anything I do with it, I don't want to be interfered. I mean, that's a dangerous thing of, like, what could he be?
All that
what that's a lot of power
Yeah.
that he could have in the world over the VRAINS, over everything. So, like, Yusaku can't really give...
real world, even,
Yeah.
too, because of the Soltis.
Yeah, Yusaku can't give him that. I mean, it could be anything. It could be, let me keep the Soltis. I'll revive everyone, but I also am going to revive all of my friends somehow. I mean, there's a million things that it could be, and it's something obviously Yusaku will not agree with.
Exactly. If I know a single thing about Yusaku, he's going to say whatever the proposal is. He's
going to decline it. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's going to appeal to him sympathetically, and I's just not going to have it, seemingly.
Well, now let me ask you guys live on camera. The final batch, most likely dropping September 6th.
Yeah.
That night, it's a Friday night. Do you guys want to come over after you get off work, obviously, analyze those summaries, the final batch?
Yeah, down.
Absolutely.
It might just be one extra episode, but we're going to do that.
Yeah, I'm totally down.
Cool.
Also, Max in the chat goes, hey, Dylan, just tuned in. I was wondering if you can answer a question.
Sure.
I don't have a donation, but I was wondering one thing.
It's all good.
Do you think Revolver lets Soulburner win? I'm happy Soulburner won, but do you agree with this?
Do you want...
Some people told me, I saw a couple comments that said the director came out and said that Revolver let him win, but I asked for a source. I did not get a source.
Yeah, so then it's probably
so I don't know where that came from.
I think not. I think no. I mean, I think the whole purpose of him pushing him and prodding him, saying really mean things, was to get him to duel better to beat him legitimately.
Yeah. I don't think he let him win. I think maybe he didn't make the best decisions, if that makes sense.
I see it more as at first I was like, is he going to let him win to, help him overcome the trauma? But I was like, you know what? He already tried that, where he was going to be the punching bag and Soulburner was not about it.
True.
He said, this is not a way I can get over something, not something I want to win. It's not fair. You're not trying. I think Revolver was in a situation of, listen, the only way he's going to get over this is if I go full out. He has to legitimately beat me. Right. And, hey, if he's not good enough and I win, I get the information to where I is.
Exactly.
And I'm going to kill him, and Yusaku's not going to do that.
Right.
And so I think for him it was a win-win.
Yeah,
whatever way that was going to go. And so I think he went all out. I mean, he debuts a new monster, destroys all the monsters off the field. That wasn't just for show. I feel like he was going full bore. I mean, even Soulburner says he is the greatest duelist I've ever faced.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't think you would say that. Soulburner, I know he always insults his own intelligence, but he really isn't that dumb.
No.
I don't think he's going to say that if he goes, you know what? It feels like Revolver's not really trying here.
Right.
He was.
Well, and keep that in mind, too. He beat Revolver, took everything from him, took everything from Soulburner to beat him.
Right.
And he was the toughest opponent. Soulburner lost to Bowman and would have lost to Robopi if Robopi didn't short circuit. So Soulburner's putting Revolver ahead of both duelists he's already lost to.
Right.
Correct.
So I think from even a power scale point of view, if you wanted to say, oh, Soulburner's better than Revolver, he beat him, you said to me right after the episode, Pete, you said probably 8 times out of 10 Revolver wins that duel.
Yeah, even 9 times out of 10.
Yeah.
That Revolver's winning that duel, but the emotion behind what happened, seeing quote-unquote flame there, that inspired him. It gave him that extra will. I mean, we see this all the time in sports and real life. You have these heroic moments, acts, things where you can dig extremely deep. That's exactly what he did.
Absolutely.
Moms lifting their cars off.
Yeah, he stood forward. That's what he said he was going to do, and he did it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great question, though, Max. Thank you.
Do you want to go back to donations?
Yeah, we'll do some donations.
Okay.
Probably wrap up the stream.
All right.
It's been about an hour, right? Hour 15.
Yeah, about so.
Yeah.
All right. So also Barrett Letty is here, being very active in the chat.
Oh, good.
His
The stream I had with him was a blast.
Dude, I can't believe he brought a photo of me.
That was one of my favorite moments. I was watching that live. You spit water everywhere.
Oh, it was everywhere. It almost hit Barrett's fiance Lorraine. I mean, it went.
She was very nice
when she came on the second half.
Oh, she was very nice.
Sweet girl.
So as you can tell, I didn't watch most of the stream.
I did watch Barrett wash dishes on Twitter the other day.
Yes, that was very entertaining.
So that was That was
Well,
something,
he
Barrett.
used the term wash very loosely because he was pouring soap from one glass to the next.
Did it clean? Did it clean the dishes?
It couldn't possibly deep clean them. You got to scrub them.
He's a great
He's
guy.
a man of
We all went to
many
Applebee's
talents.
afterwards.
Well, he said you wanted to go to bed, and he was talking about the bees on stream.
We went to Applebee's.
He asked you your go-to.
I got an Oreo cookie shake.
Yeah, me and DJ called you out there
The
in the
beer
chat.
pub pretzels.
Yeah,
That's what I got.
it was enjoyable though.
It was very good. And in fact, him and Lorraine, his fiance, they split an Oreo cookie shake. They loved it.
Yeah,
Speaking
the
of
bees,
which,
man.
Hey guys, do you think what I'm thinking?
If you, I swear to God, if you do that on this stream right now,
I'm thinking IHOP.
Yeah.
John Roy donated $5. I said, if Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 comes out, is the new character going to be a girl or a boy? And what is their ace card? Well, I hope it is a magician card, and it's new summoning.
So I would prefer. I want the ace card to not be a dragon. That's literally it. I think dragons are awesome, but I think they're just overused as ace cards
Very.
for many characters. I would my number one want. Love a girl character. I'd love twins. I think we're gonna get a guy, and I think it's gonna be a guy probably Yuya or Yuma's age.
With a dragon as an ace.
Probably with a dragon as an ace, yeah. But good question there, John. I mean, what do you guys want to say? Do you care?
I mean,
Oh,
I
I
would love to
care.
see a girl, but it's not going to happen. Let's be
Yeah,
real.
exactly. What I want to see and what I think I'll see is very different things.
Sure.
Of course, I want to see a girl. I do care. Do I think it's likely? Probably not. And that's okay. Like, it's not gonna. What I like to see doesn't mean what I would dislike everything else. I think whatever they decide to do will be great. But
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be supportive of it and get behind it.
Of course.
Very easy going. Can't wait. Thank you, John.
Yeah, and I don't know. Like, definitely I don't want dragon, but like, how cool would it be? I mean, it wouldn't even make any sense, but how cool would it be if like the little crossover is somehow the East monster was one of these Ignis? Like somehow that was the case. Like,
That'd be
I don't
too
know.
dope.
It probably wouldn't make a ton of sense, but like that would just be funny.
That would be interesting. Would they have personalities though, or would they just be monsters, like typical duel monsters, or would they speak if they were summoned?
Oh, I don't know.
that'd be weird.
That'd be bizarre.
Maybe they don't speak and it's more like an Easter egg out to the previous show.
Yeah.
I mean, that could
That
be cool.
yeah.
There was a cool Easter egg. There was a in one of the scenes with Naoki actually. In the season 1, that's a big season 3 disappointment. In season 1, there was a scene with Naoki in the Duel Club, and there was a Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon doll on the table. And there was a Toon Blue Eyes White Dragon doll on the table.
See, I love little Easter eggs like even the little Robopi like that Yusaku built.
That was great.
Like I love that. I love that kind of stuff.
Yeah, me too. I love that shit, as Nick T would say.
I do love that shit.
Yep.
Alex Vermes here.
Thank you, Alex.
Donated $5 and said,
Thank
Ultimate
you.
fan service epilogue for VRAINS. Flash forward 5 years to Yusaku and Aoi's wedding on the beach with all the characters in attendance. LOL.
Honestly, completely serious. If that's how they ended the show,
Sure.
I think I'd like that.
Shows do that.
Yeah.
Where they wrap it up at
I
the
wouldn't
end
have a problem
and it's
with
that
that.
flash forward,
Now,
boom, you see where everyone is.
Sure. Was there ever any romance between the two?
They
maybe the
had
bench
a
scene. Maybe.
critical, that bench scene was everything. Okay?
I
I
wouldn't.
also forget Caliber wasn't that bench scene though. So.
Caliber was the bench.
That's right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was the bench.
That's right.
Listen.
True story.
Listen,
So if there's anything, there was more.
He
romance
went out
between
there
him
and he
Aoi.
motion captured for the animation.
I honestly wouldn't mind that. Alex, thank you for the donation in the
fine.
And it
comment.
ties in the beach. We
Well,
get a
I-
beach
Yeah,
episode.
no beach episode's a bit of a letdown.
That would be great.
I only want a beach episode of Queens there.
I thought you were gonna say Emma.
That's fine. Too.
I mean, you put everyone together, which is
let's get all
you
my
know.
waifus out there.
You guys are sick.
Dipsy donated $5. I mean, to be fair, that most of the time we always saw Queen lounging by the pool. It's not our
Already in a
fault.
bathing
She,
suit.
she was in
Okay.
No, honest question. Do you feel weird calling like a cartoon character or an anime character attractive?
Absolutely not.
I don't feel weird
I have
either.
zero shame.
I don't feel,
They can be drawn attractively.
right. I guess that's
That's not like I'm
Queen's-
like, oh man, I'm in love with that person. It's just like that's a good looking drawing. That would, if in real life, be a good looking person.
That's
if
very-
you adapted this to live action, you need to pick a pretty or handsome person to fit that role.
right. Yeah, I
Probably.
think that's
like you're not
great.
gonna cast Go in live action and he's some skinny little nothing. Like that doesn't fit the character.
He'd be Dwayne Johnson.
that would be
Johnson.
great.
You know.
I would love that.
It'd
Did-
be weird to see Dwayne Johnson with like a big like yellow wig. But
Come on,
it-
that'd be hilarious. He's used to the wrestling motif. I think he
yeah.
could fit it.
He could fit it really well.
Divsy donated $5, as I said, and said Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 is scheduled for later 2020 on the My Anime list as Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020. The synopsis says it's for the 20th anniversary for the anime franchise. So, obviously, that could not be real.
My anime list is not.
It's not
there's no official
always accurate.
Yeah.
But still, what if we could at least discuss Divsy's question or statement there?
Well, I'm looking that
What
up.
if it is later 2020? What if we're looking at a year until the next Yu-Gi-Oh! Show? What are you doing with the channel, bro?
It's dead. I mean, it's already dead.
It's been dead.
Channel's over. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020. I just want to see that as well. That they have it listed that late. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020, a new series. I don't see anywhere that says it's late. I mean, no one knows. Like if there was any information out, but it's all good. It's all good. We really don't know when it's going to come out in 2020. I'm just assuming April 2020. That might not be true. Maybe it will be late 2020. We're going to have to wait for Jump Festa, and Jump Festa is going to be a dream, giving away a Nintendo Switch, so make sure you be there for that. A lot of cool giveaways that stream.
Galladiator said, I married my wife after one bench scene.
Oh my god.
I hope he is actually married. He's a good dude.
Yes,
awesome.
he is very thoughtful and good dude out here, as most of you are.
Everyone is, yeah.
Yeah, the only problem we usually have time to time is just a couple
Cal,
trolls who are not. Well, he's a constant.
We have
problem.
any trolls this stream?
No.
Oh, okay.
I haven't seen like a
No,
troll.
we are usually a very good community.
Yeah, I do love it.
We haven't had like a serious troll since like the beginning.
No, we shut down trolls very quickly.
Yeah.
So.
No, we're not asking for it. We'll put someone out there on a timeout and then remove them. We're not asking for trolls.
No, of course not.
Bam came back, donated another $10.
What? Come on.
And
That's a
said
big one. Thank you, Bam.
last 5 minutes of the show, 10 years later, is Owie versus Soulburner. Final of the tournament. And you have a coward young boy with brown hair and green eyes cheering his mother on with his father, Yusaku. So we're talking.
Okay,
Wow. What?
so
Does that have
that
to be a coward,
honestly,
though?
they're honestly. Wait, what
Does the son have to be a coward? But wait.
That's incredible, dude. Honestly, they keep going above one another.
But we're
Because
talking about
the
Yusaku.
beach marriage was great, and now that ending.
Yusaku's
was
a
just
young
as,
father. He's 26. He's out here with a kid already.
Oh,
a young boy.
Well, maybe it's.
He was a young father.
Yeah, 26 is pretty. That'd be like us being dads next year.
We also,
Are you ready to be a dad?
No, he was a dad at probably like 21. I'm thinking 22.
Oh, yeah,
young
yeah,
boy.
he is
By
young
the time
boy.
he,
Are you
by
ready
the
to be
time
a dad?
No.
Are you?
Financially, no.
Okay. Emotionally?
Yeah, probably.
Okay, that's nice.
I'm good.
I'm good too.
I'm not saying I want to be, but I could. If I had the money, I won the lottery tomorrow.
Sure.
And then Jordan says, hey, listen.
I'm gonna get
I'd
a
be like-
kid out of adoption who needs a home. I'm gonna give that kid to you just because you said that you.
But
can
I said
handle
I would
it.
need the money.
I got you the kid.
But I need the money.
You gotta make do what you got, man. You're a father now. Step up, okay?
Do you think they charge at birth like $5,000?
Dude, you see hospital bills when a kid is born?
That's
It is
true.
outrageous what people pay. Like
So
sometimes
do
people pay
Canada.
like
I don't even have
$20,000. It's insane.
No,
Disgusting.
I'm just kidding. I do have insurance, but that's through my father. So next year, I won't have an insurance, and I can't afford that. I can't afford a child. Hospital? No.
It's disgusting. That's a whole nother topic.
Disgusting.
Disgusting.
Thank you, Bam. I love that ending. Thank you, dude. That's amazing.
I love all these predictions. Keep sending these in.
Yeah,
of
dude,
what
I
you think-
love 'em.
what's going to happen with the show in the coming
Yeah,
weeks.
seriously.
Divsy came back and donated another $5 and said the promo image for the My Anime List synopsis sort of shows like a bunch of shadows / lights emanating from the title.
But where would that come from?
So-
Again, because if we say it's sourceless.
Yeah. So
Well,
he's
no, that would definitely be from
Oh,
the
really?
reveal
Oh,
trailer.
really?
Yeah.
So he's just trying to add more to what he was saying earlier.
Gotcha.
Right, of course.
Shadows of Yugi Moto and the gang and all the
Yo.
Don't get my
protagonists.
hopes up. Come on. Not that I think it'd be bad.
Dude, I
again.
love it. Oh, it's gonna be a fun, dude. I'm very happy that there is a new show. I'm very happy.
Of course.
Barrett wants me to read one of his comments.
Read it.
He goes, Pete, read my, and then I'll say what the comment is. That's gold. And so I scroll back up, and the comment is, hey, he's not going to be a horse ward.
A horse ward?
You'll get there. Give it time, Barrett. If you need to explain it for Dylan,
Horse ward?
do it.
Not just me. He doesn't
Wait,
get it
in
either.
In what context? Who's not going to be a horse ward?
Anyway,
When we're saying whores, that obviously has something to do with the joke,
they'll get there, buddy.
right? Whores.
Hello, Chaos of Madness. How are you?
Horse ward.
Chaos of Madness, thank you for donating, dude.
No, he was just saying hello to me.
Oh, hey, Chaos of Madness, how you doing, dude?
Dragon Fist,
Mark?
at 900 donated
Yes.
$5.
Yes, thank you,
And said,
Mark.
"Hey Dylan, editing for the ceremonial battle part 5 is gonna resume tomorrow. Did you hear about Takahashi sneaking Joey into a Marvel comic?"
Yes, I'll be doing a
Really?
video on
What
that
what
tomorrow.
what comic is this?
Takahashi and a bunch of other V-Jump authors or shonen authors, artists are doing like a spin-off of each superhero. So he was assigned Iron Man and Spider-Man, I believe. And so he's doing in his like art style, like a drawing. And there's one shot where Iron Man is in what looks very similar to Domino City. And you see from the back characters that look very similar to Yugi and Mai that are like in the circle, like looking at him, like
That's
to meet
so
him.
dope.
Yeah, and there's a character that like Spider-Man ends up defeating that like uses dual monster cards, and like his name is like a spoof of Blue Eyes White Dragon, and Spider-Man defeats him. It's genius. I'm gonna make a whole video on it tomorrow,
Is that
Mark.
already out for consumption? Like,
I
can
think
see
it might be. I've seen pictures of it all over. Don't know if the full thing is out yet, but yeah, really cool stuff. Really cool stuff. Thank you, Mark, for the donation.
Horse ward.
So the people were talking about it.
Do they know it, Horse Ward?
Hat spelled how?
It literally horse dash ward WARD. Anyway, Anonymous Animal came back and donated $10
Thank you, Anonymous.
and said, "Happy early birthday, Dylan. My
Thank
birthday
you.
is in November.
Well, Anonymous, we will be wishing you a very happy birthday.
We'll
In
be
fact,
on some type of stream, so
I'm gonna be
we'll
honest.
see you."
Well, maybe in November the channel might be gone. But we're gonna stream we're gonna sing happy birthday to you live on stream.
I would love
We
to.
wish you a happy birthday.
Oh,
we
for November?
Wish you a happy birthday. No, I mean like in November.
Oh, okay.
That's just a little preview.
Wow, okay.
We
That
got-
was beautiful.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Wow. You're giving
We,
away the whole
I mean,
cow at
Dill,
this
from the
point.
last time we wished someone a happy birthday, we're not as adept at this as we think we are.
No, we're not. But we'll be fine. Anonymous, you're great. Thank you for that big donation. Thank you.
Once again,
Can you explain the joke to me?
no. You could read the chat later.
Don't worry about it.
I'm fixated on it.
Barrett is going to text you
Barrett,
what
text
he
me,
was saying.
please.
Dibsy donated $2
Thank you,
and said 70. I don't know. Were we talking about like houses or something? Because he said 1,700 is standard for California. Also get
Rent.
the table.
Rent.
So we were talking about rent.
Yeah.
We're
Okay.
talking about
Yeah.
rent.
I mean,
think we
it's
said
outrageous
17,000,
and
didn't we? Did we say 1,700?
No, 1,700 a month for a studio.
it's outrageous
It's-
somewhere like California
Well, yeah, New Jersey. The only states that are probably worse than it are California and
and
New York.
Yeah. The top three. We live in one of them, and we were born in the other one.
1,700. You can literally, like in Florida, rent a house that has an indoor swimming pool on the lake.
Yeah.
1,700.
I just can't live.
On the lake. What
I'm
lake?
still parked out by the lake. The 180 miles.
Does
from
anyone
San
get reminded by Get the Table? Because immediately I'm thinking Dudley Brothers WWE.
Fran. Get the table.
Get the
from-
table. You
We-
know,
we
that's
need-
what I'm
We
thinking.
need to get a table.
Dibsy, I don't know if you intended that, but I hope
But
you watch
honestly, we
wrestling.
might
gonna
not
get-
necessarily need a table if we have the wireless mics.
Look at
'cause-
me. Look at me. Forget the table.
Okay, we're getting a table.
Well, no, but then we'll have our papers, like, you know.
You're right. We're
Over
gonna
the
use-
6 months, we need to make a vlog series of us building the table. That's what's gonna keep
we
the
can
channel
honestly
alive.
one day where we're all off, we just live stream for like 10 hours us building the table. Because if we have the wireless mics on, we
We
don't
can do
need.
that, yeah.
We can do that then. We can do streams like that.
It's just going to be us cursing while we can't figure out how to build the table.
Yeah, so that'll be a fun
That'd
stream.
be great. That's actually brilliant.
We'll make fun of Calibro, drink some,
It's always important.
Some Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Oh
The
my
light,
God.
though, because I'm trying to keep my sugar down.
Oh yeah,
No, not really.
you could beat. You could.
Just sometimes, just when Barrett is in the chat, man, it's just I just
Did
shake
you
my head.
explain the horse word? thing
No,
yet?
he's just
Horse word.
anyway. Ada Swan donated $2, Devin,
Thank you, Devin.
and said, "If we wanted to mail cards to you, what can we
We're
do?
trying to figure that out.
What can we do to
Oh.
do that?"
I don't have a
Long?
PO box.
Yeah, exactly.
Devin, you have my Anna's. You were a diamond tier patron and an Egyptian god tier patron for a while, so you definitely have my mailing address. Because it's the return address. But if you lost those cards, I don't blame you. It was a while ago. If you genuinely want to mail something to me, reach out to me. I have no problem giving you guys. I have no problem giving you my mailing address. I have no problem doing that. So just DM me on Twitter, Odd Eyes, or Twitter's probably the best way to do it. Discord if you're on that server, and I will give you my mailing address through there. But thank you so much
Nice.
for being interested even in mailing me something.
As long as you don't swat Dylan.
That's awesome. Thank you, Odd Eyes. Great guy, man. Great guy.
By the way,
He
Barrett-
was one of my first.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, you finished it.
He's one of my first Egyptian God tier patrons.
That's true,
Yeah.
actually.
Yeah, it's
He's
right.
since,
Back in the
like,
day.
I
in
don't
the day.
forget that, man. Even if you support me for
Never
1
forget
month
where
is
you started, man.
1 month is a $2 Patreon, or you donated. I mean, I
Yeah.
don't forget it. It really does mean a
He's
lot
an
to
OG.
me. Yeah, thank you guys.
Barrett told me, but I can't tell you.
Okay, but the difference between you and I is I forgot about it already. It doesn't bother me.
So I'm going to keep reminding you, is what you're telling me.
Well, but it's gonna be in one ear out the other. That kind of stuff genuinely does not
Just
bother
like the
me.
rest of what I tell him.
Yeah, basically. He never listens to us anyway.
All right, do we have any more?
Yes, we have a lot more.
Okay,
Do
well,
you want to
We're
continue?
not going anywhere.
As I always say, Dylan, you're not going to bed. We're not going anywhere.
well, thank you guys. We'll read these and
And then
yeah.
do another 2 hours. So Bam came back and donated $2
thank you, Bam.
and said G Gundam next, right, Nick T?
Possibly. Actually, there's...
I feel like he's calling you out there.
No, actually, I really do want to watch G Gundam. I love Burning Gundam a lot. So I really want to watch it. My goal, maybe not by the end of the year because that's too soon. End of 2020 to watch everything, all of it, good and bad. So I will probably watch G Gundam next, though.
What about Wing?
Dude, I have to watch Wing. It
There's so-
aged
there's-
poorly, but I really want
There's
to watch
so
it.
many things I got to watch.
I would. I'm gonna get on a tangent here. Short. I would rewatch, even good or bad. I would rewatch Wing just to get to Endless Waltz, which is the OVA for Wing. Incredible, and some of my favorite mech designs in that. So I will watch Wing, and I will watch Endless Waltz, but I will watch G Gundam because Burning Gundam's awesome.
Burning
So thank you.
Gundam.
Thank you, Bam. And that video with the reference will be out soon. I'm excited for that.
Yes, that should be good.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Nicholas Horton donated €2 and said, "We still don't know what became of Pandora." That's true. That would be one of my disappointments in the show if something like that happens.
Yes.
Honestly.
Yeah, definitely.
Maybe she'll step in. Maybe she's part of the proposal. Who knows?
I mean, just like, what a weird way that would be. Like, Revolver was like, yeah, basically, go out, find what your purpose is. You're going to be this Ignis fighting robot. And Ignis is still a threat.
Maybe her purpose is to aid Playmaker somehow.
Like, I just feel it's
her,
very
her
weird.
staying alive after that Zazen duel and potentially Aoi staying alive, it was pointless.
Yep.
Sucks, but
Literally.
it was pointless. So, yeah, I completely agree, by the way. Pandora being
Yeah, it'd be a huge.
almost
disappointment.
useless is just strange, and not doing
Yes.
anything, it's weird. Yeah. Thank you for the donation.
Thank you.
I did want to... Oh, I'm sorry. What were you going to say?
Horse ward. Coward.
What?
Coward.
Coward.
But instead of coward, horse ward.
But what is it?
Cow word. Horse ward.
Oh my god. That's really bad. That's
I love you.
That's
Barrett.
like dad joke. Oh god.
I mean,
you so
he's
much.
basically...
Horse
He's
ward.
been on that line for a while.
Coward. Oh man. That's
Yeah.
oh god. Barrett, dude.
Thank you. You can continue.
Soul Exchange Music did not donate, but said you still equally as appreciated.
Of course,
said,
of
"Yo,
course.
Pete,
My home.
ask Nick and Dylan if they are going to see Bandmate on the weekend. Are they local right now?
Is that this
That
weekend?
can't be this weekend, is it?
What, Soul, where are they? Are they local to us right
Yeah,
now?
well,
Yeah,
they're-
New York.
What? Did you buy the tickets? I told you to buy the
You
tickets.
didn't tell me to buy Jack.
Wow, you effed up right now. Wow.
No, you didn't tell me to buy anything. No, are they actually?
Oh, it's September 27th. The Mercury
So
Lounge.
you're saying?
I'm playing a show that night. I'm playing.
Well, it looks like me and Dylan.
for
are
all my Jersey
down?
locals. I'm playing
what day is it?
September 27th. We just got back from
Trenton, New
Montreal.
Yeah, I
Jersey.
don't know if I could pull it
It's bad
off.
timing.
championship
Shit.
bar.
I really wanted to see them.
Wait, what time is it at?
8 o'clock.
Maybe I could pull off an earlier shift. I might be able to swing that.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
figure it
so
out. We
they'll-
want to
they'll-
see them.
They might be at Bandmate. I'll be playing a show, so we'll see who my friends decide to support, Bandmate or my band. So
I think we know the answer, ladies and gentlemen.
it's Bandmate.
Nicholas Horton also wrote, "How about a YuGiOh anime series set in a steampunk type world? It could be an interesting take." And then I wrote to him. I said, "It sounds like Cyberpunk 2077, kind of the way." he
Cyber-
framed it.
Yeah.
yeah,
So-
that'd be awesome.
That would be
that
cool.
would be a very cool world. I'm excited for the game, and that would be something I would really dig.
Yeah, I would
Or
like it a
something
lot. I would like it a lot. I'd like it to be also like, I don't want to say like, violent because that just sounds weird. But like, I'd like it to be like
You enjoy violence?
more like. I'd like there to be like kind of like fight scenes and more intense stuff. That's not what Yu-Gi-Oh is. I get that, but
You mean like real life fight scenes?
yeah, that's not what Yu-Gi-Oh is though.
That
So
could be cool though. You could just watch a different show for that though.
that's very
Yeah.
true.
It's
Yeah.
very true.
I don't mean that in like a jerk way. I'm just saying like that's what other shows.
No,
do.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Some people are saying they would like to see the show go out in an endgame style way.
Yeah,
That'd be cool.
that'd be awesome.
Like somehow there's some passing of the torches there. I mean, I made this prediction a while ago, and I said regardless of how, assuming let's say Yusaku wins, but I still think regardless of how the last episode goes duel wise,
Yes.
I think Yusaku will decide to put down his duel disc and permanently stop dueling. I think,
Yeah.
especially if he has to take out Ai, it's going to rip his heart out. And I think that last shot that we see, I believe it's in the opening,
the ending.
the duel
the,
disc down.
the ending where he puts the duel disc down. I think that's the final one of the final shots we're going to see in the show that kind of comes to fruition with seeing that in the ending. It's going to be that.
That'd be
I
nuts.
agreed.
Yeah.
That- so-
Doesn't he also put the duel disc down at the end of the intro too? The opening? Could I be wrong? I thought maybe.
Maybe.
But definitely at the end. Obviously, it's
Yeah, I
been
remember.
wild
I
for a
definitely
while.
remember the end.
Yeah.
It'd be very interesting. Getting back to some donos.
Thank you guys.
Rex Kendrick is here. Donated some
Yo,
Colombian
Rex,
pesos
what's up? Yeah.
Thank
and
you,
said
Rex.
again, Robapi best girl.
Yeah, I don't
Well-
agree, but you know, it's fine.
I mean, depends.
You,
how you
I mean, you came around a lot on Robapi, so
I
you
did
can't
come around.
you can't retract it.
It also depends on how you gender Rabapi.
Right. To me, I mean, the genuine best girl of the show for me was Aoi.
Well, I mean, who else?
Emma.
I love Emma, but
Come on.
if we're going by looks, though, I mean, come on, Emma.
What about Queen?
Nah,
If we're
Queen.
going by looks, what about Vira? Redhead.
Queen.
Yeah, I mean, I am partial to the redheads. You got me
I don't
there.
know, dude. What about Gnome? Greenhead.
Yeah.
I mean, he's someone I would be afraid
Wait,
to be next to.
you guys forgot someone. Hiyami.
Hayami.
That's right. The spy of
Spy of Hanoi.
That's gonna be
Another
unanswered.
thrown
Yeah,
thrown
thrown
away
away
plot
plot
point,
line.
man. Fuck, damn.
Unless she's part of the proposal. I'm just gonna say everything is part of the proposal. If we're like, oh, what happened to this proposal?
Thank you for the donation, though. Thank you. Or Bobby Best Girl.
Yes. Elizabeth W. donated another $10.
Lizzie.
Liz.
Thank you, Lizzie.
And said another way for it to end is there's a piece of Yusaku within Ai. Ai wins to get it back and have a sad death scene for Ai. And Yusaku goes on a new adventure, and we get the crossover of all the series.
That'd be cool.
Beautiful.
That
Yeah. I like
be
that.
kind
Liz.
of poetic in the way
It
it
would
would
be
end.
poetic.
Yeah.
It would be.
Yeah, I like that. But is the new series Yusaku is the pro tag or no? I guess in that sense, in that situation, it probably is him as the pro tag.
Fair. Or yeah.
I mean, he could still come in
could
and
be a
kind of
side
help the
character, yeah.
protagonist.
Sure.
Like, hey, I've been through this before kind of thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's a very interesting take of like these Ignis were created from their counterparts.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe pieces of them were lost inside their Ignis. And so that'd be very interesting to have that kind of be the final duel of him completing himself, per se.
Right.
Maybe him
Get that part
completing
of himself
himself
back.
gets rid of that anger, and it ties back into what I said of that's why he doesn't need a duel anymore.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Could be a possibility.
Yeah, absolutely.
Another thing that the show I think definitely wanted to touch on that they just never I think felt right or they didn't know how to go about it was Yusaku's parents.
Yeah.
I think leaving that ambiguous in the beginning was purposeful, and I think they knew that they could use that later to further advance his character, and maybe they will somehow in this final duel. But if we get nothing on his parents, given his situation as a kid, and given how parents were such a big factor for Revolver,
Yeah.
for Soulburner, for Aoi and the Zizens, that's going to be something that I think was just unanswered, and they just kind of forgot to address. They just didn't know how to do
We're
it at the
probably
end.
gonna, if it's ending as soon as we think,
Going to be a lot of things.
it's gonna be a lot of things.
Yeah, and you said there's going to be 10 that is going to be tough for you. I don't think
Yeah,
it will.
I
be.
don't think it's going to be that
No,
tough.
it won't be that tough.
Especially when you're thinking about just, plot points and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, unanswered
But, hey,
questions.
look, Soulburner called back to his parents in probably his last duel of the show. So, you never know.
possible.
You
Yeah.
could see something like that.
Yeah.
I'm just copying some more donos here. They
Thank
love
you
you.
guys. Jesus.
Um, Anonymous Anime Lover donated another $10.
Thank you.
And
Anonymous.
said, curious, Dylan, any thoughts about why there is no VRAINS manga? Also, if a love story is included in Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, I think try to model, what is this, Domon and Rain? Am I saying that right? From G Gundam.
He'll know it.
I haven't watched you.
Not seen, and I'm assuming that's Iron Blood Orphans. If Infernity King, Matt is in the chat. Sorry. I haven't seen Matt, but I'm sure he will go back and watch this.
Yeah. There's definitely a lot of anime out there that I think you could model romance off of. I think Yu-Gi-Oh! Has gotten it wrong.
Yeah.
And almost every time they've tried it, they didn't really explore it in VRAINS, and honestly, I didn't feel like that was a negative. I don't think there's a lot of people. There's not. I don't think there's a lot of people saying like, "Oh my God, where was the romantic implications?" Yeah. It wasn't necessary. And honestly, the little bit that they may have done with Yusaku and Aoi, I loved that bench scene. I thought that bench scene was great. It didn't shift Aoi later on in season 3, where all of a sudden she was dueling to protect Yusaku, and that was the only reason she was dueling. It didn't affect that negatively, like we've seen with previous girls shows and in Yu-Gi-Oh. So I don't know. I think that it's not necessary, but of course, if you can accurately do romance, it can certainly amplify the show and make the show better.
Oh, absolutely.
I think if they want to try it in 7, sure.
It's not necessarily needed. You have to provide a good story, and you have to make 2 strong characters to make it work.
Yeah.
If you have one subservient to the other and dependent on someone, it doesn't work at all.
Yeah.
So I think that's important.
As for the VRAINS manga, because that was the other part of the question.
Yeah.
Why we've never gotten one, why we didn't get one, I don't really know. It's a good question. I think they just wanted to go a different route with the OCG structures, create a story that wasn't, I don't know. Maybe they just don't feel like there's anyone that can write the manga, because Shin Yoshida's done the Zexal manga, the Zexal anime, the VRAINS anime now, and maybe he's just burnt out, or maybe they want to go a different direction with the writer of the show or the director of a manga. I don't know. It's a good question, and I don't really have an answer as to why. And I apologize for that. I hate not having answers, but it's bizarre that they didn't do one. It's a shame. Do I think we'll get one in the future? Maybe, but probably not. Probably not.
You can't have every answer, Dylan.
I can't have every answer. I wish I could. Yeah. I wish I could.
Talk about, though, again, disappointments. You kept Aoi alive to literally do nothing.
Yep. So. Shin Yoshida is a friend. But Shin Yoshida
but I say
should not be anywhere near Yu-Gi-Oh! 7.
I say this every day, every night, because it's so true. He should not be near Yu-Gi-Oh! 7.
Amazing.
It's still one of your great
Shin
quotes
Yoshida
that
is a friend.
That you go back to.
I love the way you say that.
That, and also someone in the chat, when they said what's going to happen with the final duel, who's going to win, and so all the jokes were going on.
Yeah.
Someone said your favorite name that you like to say, Nick Tease too, from Arc 5.
Oh, Jean-Michel Raget. Wait, did I say that right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jean-Michel Raget. Yep. Jean.
He's come back.
Jean is not coming back. He's in an interdimensional. Well, actually, I guess if they do it,
you never know. What if out of any cameo they can make in the 20th anniversary, that's it?
I would genuinely, like, not even kidding, I would be pissed if that's the only cameo in Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020. I would be pissed.
That would be amazing.
Oh my god!
Like one of the shittiest people you could think of.
One of the shittiest villains.
Or what if they bring back the Battle Beast?
The Battle Beast. That's no. Then I'd be really pissed.
Oh Lord.
They should bring it back.
No.
God. Battle Beast 20.
Dude, and speaking about throwing it back, bro, the backwards hat, I like that. That was a good look. Dude, you going to a barbecue after this?
Dude, I'm crushing some White Claws, bro.
Bam donated another $2 and said, anonymous lover, everything you said is right. So just backing up kind of the whole
about the romance
manga
stuff,
thing,
yeah.
the romance. So Bam just chiming in for that.
Absolutely.
He then came back and donated another $2 and said, favorite wrestler. Mine is AJ Styles and Bautista. Well, you don't see a lot of AJ Styles fans.
No, he rules, though.
Growing up, hands down, Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Oh, dude,
by far.
Stone Cold.
We grew up in the Attitude Era.
Of course.
It was the best era of wrestling, by far.
Always will be.
So many great characters, so many great
Undertaker
portrayals.
For me, hearing that bell always gave me chills.
Classic.
Yeah, I also liked Edge a lot, and I loved.
Oh
Randy
my God,
Orton.
Edge! You loved Edge.
Edge was great.
I was super late on the wrestling train, so most
John
of my
Cena.
favorites. No, one has to be like I still, even though he's no longer in it.
Alberto Del Rio.
But I do. I remember that. I still I love CM Punk. He was great on the mic.
Yeah. That's your guy.
But I guess if I have to go for like an all-time thing, Mick Foley, legend. Like
Mick
I used to
Foley's
think
great.
as a child.
Think about the what was it? The steel cage or the Hell in the Cell where
No,
he
it's,
got thrown off.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Unbelievable. The tax.
The tax that was
Yeah.
he put his body through literal hell and he was amazing. And I,
Incredible.
as a child, like seeing him, I was like, this guy's a freaking joke. But actually, going back and watching those matches, I'm like, this guy's a legend.
Got thrown off the steel cage.
Yeah, it's
dude.
insane. I mean, that's. I mean, I know Shane McMahon and other people have jumped off it, but
was the
he's
iconic.
insane, man.
The guy's a madman.
Well, and then remember later he climbed back on, and then the Undertaker choke slammed him, and the steel cage actually broke. And he fell
all the
through.
way down.
That was insane.
You get.
And then he
I know
he
it
kept
is
going.
scripted, but like
It's scripted,
you
but
get
it's not
hurt.
fake.
And I remember the classic, the documentary, like they talked between Shane McMahon and I believe it was it John Cena or who was it? Shane McMahon was fighting. No, he was fighting. Oh my God, I forget who it was. Kurt Angle. That's it. And the two of them both got legitimately injured in, I think it was an I Quit match.
Yeah.
And they talk about what it was like. I think Kurt Angle in that one, I think he broke his back.
He did, yeah. No,
And
he
he
did
kept
break his back.
going through the pain for the entertainment. So like those guys
put their bodies.
those
through
guys
hell.
and girls, they put their bodies on the line. It's dangerous. People have died.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's a serious
Owen
thing.
Hart?
Owen Hart.
Yeah.
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 So that's
I
why
mean, look,
hate
Edge is another one that he didn't
Yeah,
die, but he
his neck.
retired for serious neck injuries.
Well, that's speed.
You know,
I mean, think
Daniel
about what
Bryan dealt with the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, it is a serious thing.
Yeah.
You
A lot
know,
of
those
respect
people
to him.
are athletes. They're
Yeah,
talented.
absolutely.
Also, Liz wrote to me and said Jean-Michel Raget came back to sell beer. There is a beer company named after his last name.
No, there's not.
So he's out there, Dill.
Oh, boy.
And he's looking to duel you.
Oh boy.
You
That's
say
what he
beer?
said. Yeah, beer. That's what Liz said.
Jean-Michel.
That's what Liz said.
Yeah, I'm gonna look.
And Liz knows all. Remember that.
I'm looking. I'm fact checking that. I love.
Wow,
I
that-
love Liz.
I was insulted. Bam donated another $2.
Thank
And
you, Bam.
to-
Don't be insulted by him, Liz, by the way, because he's worked in beer industries his entire
He's
life.
a snob.
So he's a snob. Just like
he-
our friend DJ.
he-
Bam, thank you so much.
He wanted to just correct himself earlier.
Sure.
He said, I meant in the crowd, sorry I have dyslexia, which totally fine.
I have
When he said the
dyswordia.
coward comment earlier, yeah, we all have dyswordia, I think. But I actually like yours better, where if maybe you describe Yusaku's son as just a straight coward for no reason. I think that's even funnier.
Yeah,
So I would love that.
I like that, Bam.
He then donated another $2 and said the boy is around 3 and he's carrying a toy of I. I would love those
Oh,
little
that's-
attentions to
I would love.
detail. I would love that a lot.
Right, because if that's the case, then most likely Playmaker Yusaku made him that toy of I to kind of commemorate I. Right, like that'd be really wholesome.
And keep him in his life, kind
That'd
of a
be really-
reminder.
yeah,
Maybe
that-
teach him about what his friend was like, someone that
Yeah.
helped him.
Oh, that'd be wow. That would actually be amazing.
That'd be beautiful.
Even if you take away the whole like confirmation that like Aoi is the mom and Yusaku and Aoi got together, even if Yusaku like just had a kid and that's how he like carried on Ai's memory, man, that'd be really
heavy.
deep.
I
That'd be
like
heavy.
That would
Yeah.
really touch him,
I'd like
man.
that a lot.
Especially depending on how the last duel will end.
Yeah,
That'd be really touching, man.
he killed. Yeah, that'd be amazing.
I would love that.
I looked it up. There's a beer called Jean Michel. There's also a beer called Roger.
Wow.
Two
Yeah,
separate beers, two separate breweries.
We're gonna buy both of those beers and we're gonna drink them for Jump Festa on the street.
that's
I
know
would
what.
also have to track it down, but it's fine.
I think we have to do that. Now I'm not really much of a drinker, but you'll drink
Oh yeah.
and you'll have a beer.
I'm gonna get
I mean,
wasted.
Calibro,
that-
genuinely every bar in Red Bank,
Knows his-
Calibro has his picture.
It's true. His picture's up there, and I think at the Dublin House, he got the award for he drank the most in a month. So that's why he has a gold frame picture
Well, he
hanging
has
above
to
the bar.
return like there repeatedly to ignite an old flame.
That's true. That is true. He always hopes to run into this. Some people.
Calibro will drink. So no, we're honestly I'm not even kidding. We are gonna track
I'll find
down
it.
Liz. You're thank you for this.
It's a great idea.
Jean Michel and Rajay. We're gonna get 2 6-packs and we're gonna toast live on Jump Festa.
Where does Liz live? If you're a local,
You're gonna
Liz,
dox
or there's
her?
a way you could
no,
come
no,
out
no,
here.
No. I think it's Massachusetts.
You just docked.
If you're ever in the area, please come to the podcast.
Is it Massachusetts? She's said it
Jean
before.
Michel is from Single Cut, which is out of Brooklyn. So
Okay, so
Oh,
that, we could
what
get
about
that.
The Rajay? Is
What
that
about the
gonna be
Rajay?
tough? It's my treat, by the way.
we'll have to find a way to get it. But
We can.
I
Drive
know.
into
I know a
Brooklyn,
guy.
right? Can't we just drive?
We
into
can ask
Brooklyn?
DJ. DJ knows a
yeah,
guy.
that one's easy. We can get that one's easy.
DJ knows a guy. You
We're
know he
gonna
does.
drive into Brooklyn for a meme. Are we
We've done a lot.
kidding?
We've done a lot for meme. Are we kidding?
Is Rajay hard to get? Well, read another one in the meantime.
Yes, sir.
Keep going.
Blue Maiden donated $10.
Blue Maiden, who I believe is also a patron of mine, so thank you, Blue Maiden.
Said, love the duel, just wish we got to see Furious Dragon. Anyway, I
Yeah.
hope the show goes on, but if it doesn't, I hope we go out with a bang. Love you guys.
Completely agree, Blue Maiden. We love you back. Yeah, Furious Dragon. I talked to Jesse about it too on our call. That was a big disappointment of mine. That was the one thing that would have made the duel like perfect.
But you can't have everything, man.
Can't have everything.
You
But
can't have
Furious
everything.
Dragon, you don't understand, dude. Such a beautiful fusion monster. It would have been so cool to see it. But we saw Savage Dragon again. We saw Zeravoros, which was awesome. Yeah, Furious Dragon would have been really cool to see. But what are you gonna do?
Well, Dill, I'm setting up things here. Soul Exchange Music said he's local.
He's Philly.
So
Yeah.
you never know.
Jersey.
You can set that up.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
never know.
Absolutely.
We always love to have people.
Pete, you're a matchmaker, dude.
You know, dude.
Have you ever gotten two people together?
No, never in my life.
No, neither have I.
There's, like-
Actually, no, I have.
Especially off the top of my head.
I absolutely have.
Can't think of anything.
I have in two occasions.
Whomst
Russo, Australia, and Drew,
Oh, you did.
and
I thought you were talking
Dan.
about him and Jackie.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah, I've never done that before. Not even recently.
Two girls that you don't talk to anymore.
No.
That maybe hate your guts.
One that definitely does. The other
No.
one, I don't think does at all. I think the other one, if she saw me, I think she'd be like, "Oh, hey, how have you been?" You know.
I think Jackie doesn't hate you anymore. I thought it was pretty established.
Well, that was kind of the friend I was. It's funny how it all comes back because that was one of the people I was referring to early on, where where you get into an argument and then you aren't friends with them and you don't even remember what the argument's about.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, what was that about? Like, you don't even remember.
I don't
We were all friends. I don't remember.
Something really stupid.
Yeah.
Everyone was very mad. I think it's something to do with Urban Outfit. I don't remember.
Urban Outfitters.
I think you were. I don't know.
I don't remember, but that's what I mean. Like, it's all stupid stuff.
Maybe I was at an Urban Outfitters when they all. I don't know.
I
just
don't.
remember being there.
I don't know, dude. But
Something
anyway, they
like
got
bank.
together, and then I wasn't friends with them, and then that was that.
Yeah.
Neither of those relationships lasted. We should mention.
Yes.
So don't ask me to set you up with anyone. I'm over 2. Yeah. Have you gotten two people together?
I don't know. I
No?
have to think about that.
Yeah, think
I
about
think
it. What about Rajay? What's the status report?
England. I would have to find. We have to find a way to ship it, or something. I don't know. I'll look into it.
Well, Rajay, so they don't sell in the States, you don't think?
I have to find. I mean, we'd have to find somewhere.
Well,
that
ask DJ. Maybe DJ knows.
He's got massive connections
He does.
with alcohol. So we can hit him up.
Cool. So we're gonna get those beer and yeah, Blue Maiden, thank you.
Dill, I'll just keep running through. There's quite a few.
Okay. Thank you, guys.
I always mess it up.
Osceola?
Galladiator.
Galladiator.
Yeah. Donated another $50.
Oh my fucking.
And he has a purpose with these donations, okay? The last one was he said don't be a coward, okay? Get the mics, okay? This time he says, Dylan, listen. You're getting the table. So he wants to he's making that very clear.
Well, after those two donations, Galladiator, thank you so much, dude. Glade is an awesome Pokemon. Ralts Day was just recently.
I just got a purified one. Awesome.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, 3-star.
Jesus, Gladiator, thank you so much, man. Yeah, the mics are a thing, and the table is going to be a
will
thing.
be.
We're going to have to custom build it, but
Yeah,
we'll get there.
we will build it, but we will get it done. Gladiator, thank you so much, man. Jesus, thank you, dude. Thank you, everyone.
Also,
It's insane.
also, Soul said he's in New Jersey. So,
Soul.
yeah. Soul Exchange Music is in
Oh,
New
yeah, you said that already.
Yeah. Well, you said Philly.
Yeah, no, he's
South Jersey.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think everyone who's in South Jersey lives in Philly. Is that wrong?
I mean,
Yes, because
the
he's closer
accents
to the
pour
coast.
over, but still, it's still two separate places.
most people in South Jersey root for Philly sports teams.
And that's why
Yeah,
I
him
don't
getting
like
cleared.
any of those people.
You just said that about Soul Exchange.
That's it. No, I have to. You got to alienate that soul. You better not be a Phillies fan out
Yeah,
there,
he
or you're
is.
not allowed on the podcast.
He is.
You're not allowed on the podcast,
But yeah, he's south. He's closer to the coast, a little closer.
especially after the suffering
You
me,
said you
me and
didn't-
Dylan went through tonight.
You didn't want to go to a Jets Bungholes game with me in December 1st?
I mean, like, I feel like you're just wasting money with that.
$91 field level.
Yeah, because it's the Bengals.
Well, it's the Jets.
I'll think about it. How about
Okay.
that? Is that
Well,
fair?
I'm probably not going to go because December Cincinnati's going to be freezing. So it was just a hypothetical. I wanted to see if you were down. I'm not actually down. It was a test. So thanks.
It was a test. Are we still friends, or like, what was the test?
No, we're still friends.
I mean,
definitely.
friends. But anyway, again,
More than friends.
another person coming in here. They're making points here. Div Z donates $2.
Okay.
And
Thank you,
said
Dev.
didn't I assume he mean the reference, I guess, when he was meaning earlier. But he makes a point here. Do not cheap out on the table.
We
Okay,
won't,
so
we're not.
everyone
No, the table.
is telling
I'm telling
you
you
need to get this
No,
table.
and the incredible donations that you show me, most of it goes right back into the channel. I promise you that. The table will be paid for. The problem is a big table is going to cost like $1,000 unless we build it ourselves. But even if we build it ourselves,
We're gonna
it's
have to
cost
build
a
it
pretty
ourselves.
penny. It'll cost a pretty penny.
I got some connections over at Lowe's. I think.
Do
we could
you?
do it. Yeah,
Oh, you do?
I think we could do it.
And I'll order like pizzas, and we're gonna live stream it. So it's
Oh,
gonna
you
be-
have to. We'll vlog it or something.
Yeah, no, we're gonna live stream
It'd
the
be
whole thing. It will be a thing. I promise you guys. Thank you, Divzy. Thank you,
It'll be a lot
man.
of fun.
It's gonna be a blast.
Anonymous Anime Lover donated another $2.
Thank you, Anonymous.
And said, guys,
Thank
this is
you.
a great stream. It's making my night.
Oh,
Oh,
Well,
Anonymous.
thank you for
you.
being a part of ours.
Anonymous comes, or at least maybe watches live a lot, but every time you donates every like month. But every time Anonymous, it's literally like every time Anonymous comes around, it's like Santa Claus comes around once a month. Like it's the best. So thank you so much, Anonymous. You're
Isn't
incredible.
Anonymous also in one of the Carolinas?
Anonymous is
Yeah,
North Carolina.
It's what we
Yeah.
talked about earlier. Again, please be safe.
Yes.
Please.
Oh, she was the one that said. Yeah.
Yes,
I'm,
yes,
I'm
yes.
confusing some of the other donos. That's why.
Well, that's okay. That's why I'm here, Nick, to manage the donos. Bam donated another $10.
Bam. Thank you so much. Jesus. Bam.
It said Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, Aoi and Yusaku's Sun Adventures. Can't wait to be in the area in December to meet you all. Hopefully we can talk about the best Gundam, Burning Gundam. What cartoon universe would you live in?
Well, so after Bam went off with the donating over $300 in one stream, which is
Well, he had the battle with
I
Matt
was
last
donating-
time.
I reached out to him and I said, if you're ever in it goes for a lot of people, honestly,
The area.
even if you don't donate, if you're ever in the New Jersey, New York area, let me know. And he said in December he's going to come on in
That'd be
December.
so sick.
So I'm excited for that. Excited to meet him. Maybe I'll have a gift for him when he comes because that's like
seriously.
Yeah.
least I can do. So I'm excited for that too, Bam. Fictional universe, for me, Pokemon, easy. It's not even debatable for me. It would easily be Pokemon. I'd love to live in that world.
I've said before, Avatar: The Last Airbender's world would be amazing. Danny Phantom, I think all cool, really cool worlds, especially if you have powers or abilities in those worlds. I think it'd be awesome.
But do you do it? But is it a risk to not have power?
I mean, sure, but Sokka made it through, and
Sure.
he's still all right. So,
Yeah, that's true.
you know.
Joey Wheeler made it through. You're
Exactly. Joey's a hero. I mean, he got a lot of love this week, spoiling some episodes for me with everyone talking about Revolver and Soulburner, but
right. Oh, Joey and Kaiba.
because they were comparing it to that. But it's all right.
They don't duel that much.
It's all right.
I think they duel once, kind of middle of the show. It's all right. It's all good.
Also, Liz said that she is in Rhode Island. She would be happy to come
Liz is
down
in
when
Rhode Island.
school is done.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's not that bad.
Why did
Actually.
I think it was
Could be another December.
Yeah,
style
Liz.
for
No,
that.
we'd love to have you
That'd
on.
be
That would
awesome.
actually be a blast. Liz, you're more than welcome to come when school's over. So probably like December, too.
December.
Yeah, when the semester's up. Well,
Yeah.
good luck
We're
in
gonna have a
college,
busy
by the
December,
way.
Yeah, do well in school.
That's awesome,
I know
man.
You will.
Yeah, Liz, we'd love to have you, Liz.
So live here in the stream, Soul Exchange has challenged me to a duel
Over
and
it.
said, "I'm a proud Philly person, Pete. Though with the Phillies, the Flyers are frustrating. I challenge you to a duel where if you lose, you're erased. You're no match for my Brandish Maidens or my Galaxy Eyes. All right, so you know what, Soul? I will,
We've
for the
definitely built the
good
deck.
of New Jersey and New York, and for all Mets fans out there, I will take you on and I will defeat you. Just like we're gonna sweep you this weekend.
Ooh.
Now
Yeah,
you
yeah,
can't
yeah,
even
yeah,
you can't even say that with seriousness. 'cause
Now,
you
do
know
I not want to talk about what happened tonight? Sure, I don't want to talk about it.
we literally
don't wanna
probably
talk
the
about it.
worst loss in franchise history in probably genuinely like 15 years.
don't wanna talk about
Probably since the Royals game 1 of the World Series when we blew that. That's probably the worst loss we've had since then. Atrocious.
I mean, obviously that was way worse because of the stage it was on. But
Right.
just like
This is they're Garbaggio, dude. Edwin Diaz is Garbaggio, bro.
why is he even closing anymore?
I don't know. I'm sorry,
What?
to get lightheaded. I need food.
Me too.
Don't. Davis Enos donated $5
Thank you, Davis.
and said if Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 is relating to an OG Yu-Gi-Oh! Series, Dylan won't have too much work to do to know where to place it in the timeline before VRAINS. Also, plot twist, I wins.
Ooh, you would think so, huh?
That's a plot twist.
Be a twist.
Yeah, The one good thing about VRAINS ending for all the people that want a timeline is I can confidently do a timeline. I don't need to wait for pendulums. I don't need to wonder if pendulums are going to show up. I don't need to worry if there's going to be a reference in the final few episodes of the show. When VRAINS ends, VRAINS ends. So timeline will come in October if
Hey,
VRAINS ends
a
in
pendulum
September.
could show up this duel.
It could. Will it?
No.
No, it won't. Davis, thank you for the donation, man. You're a great guy.
Oh, okay.
You're the bomb.
I'm saying goodbye to someone. Bye, Nick.
Bye, Nick.
Oh,
Nicholas
good
Horton?
night.
Yes. Good
Nicholas
night.
Horton.
Thank you for stopping by.
Good night, dude. Great dude. Thank you all for chilling with us on this late, either very early Wednesday morning or late Tuesday night.
We're having fun out here.
I'm having a blast.
Dude, you awake over there?
I'm awake.
You awake,
I'm
Nick?
start-
Oh, I'm very
All right,
awake.
we're kicking it, bro. Been up since 9:30 and we're feeling it. Right? Cloud Nation donated $5 and said Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 protagonist will be Yusaku and Aoi's child. And I don't know how, but it needs to happen. So this is a thing that everyone wants to happen.
I said if
I ship it.
it would be really cool if it was a girl character to have them as like the daughter of Yugimoto, because all of a sudden that character immediately has credibility
Right.
and immediately has likability. It doesn't need to get that likability on its own, which can maybe be tougher for a girl lead than a guy lead, just because the majority of the demographic is guys. So I'd love it. I'd love to see the protagonist a kid or related to one of the characters we already know and love, whether it's Yusaku, whether it's Yugi, whether it's Yusei. I think it would be really, really cool.
Absolutely.
Thank you for the donation and the comment, Cloud. You're great.
Bam donated another $2
Jeez.
and
Thank you,
said, Pete, that's why Aoi is the duelist in the family. Yeah, maybe so. I think we sometimes undersell Akira.
We absolutely.
But yeah, she's probably the best duelist. It's just sad that we don't really see enough of what she can do.
No, well, the thing with Akira is we've seen him duel twice and he's lost 2 times.
But he's put in the effort, man.
Sure.
Okay, I love their
busy
last
running
duel.
a company instead of.
Yeah, his main
He's busy
his
being
main
a
concern
lapdog.
His main concern for his character is not dueling. It just isn't, and that's okay.
His
Neither
main
is Emma's.
his main concern is walking around a town square knowing he's gonna die.
Yeah.
That's what
Love that
Akira's
scene.
saying.
Oh man.
Love that scene, man. Thank you for the donation.
Alex Mermin donated another $5.
Awesome.
I said video idea. Top crossover duels. Okay, so maybe a Revolver versus Kaiba. Which would be a top pick? Brought up by Chaos, but Yusei versus Playmaker would make my top 2.
Yeah, that's a great one. Yusei versus Yugi is a classic that comes to mind.
Honestly, dude,
Revolver Kaiba would be kind of funny because they just like be insulting each other the entire.
that would be
time.
great.
Yeah.
But like also, if
Any of the
Yusaku
rivals.
calling you out right now, just putting you on the spot. Yusaku wins this duel, right? Goes undefeated for the show. Where is he fitting for protagonist with you? Not even rank wise. Like, are you feeling like he can go up against some of these other protagonists from the other show, or is he classes below them?
No. Oh, definitely. I think when you have to put the power scaling together, sure, there's some people that might not like Playmaker because, oh, he's boring, he wins all the time. But guess what?
He wins all
He's
the
a
time.
good freaking duelist. He's a good freaking duelist. I think if he went up against...
I think it'd be a good battle against almost all the protagonists, honestly.
Yeah. It's hard for me to say, like if I think of, like, Yuma versus Yuya, or, like, Yuma versus Judai, I immediately think, oh, Judai would win. And then I start to think about Yuma and how he is as a duelist, and then I'm like, wait, Yuma, like, whoever I think about, I start to lean towards them until I think about the other protagonists.
Of course, because there's always
Any
more factors
protagonist
to-
duel would be amazing, and there's a reason that when Yugi dueled Jaden, they just left it open-ended, and they didn't show us what, even though I think it was a dream personally, there's a reason, because they don't want to create that power scaling. They just don't want to do it. But I think after this, Playmaker definitely has to be in the conversation for best duelist in the entire franchise.
Dude, how awesome, right? Yu-Gi-Oh! 7, we get the tournament arc, 20 years of celebrating it. Somehow all the protagonists are there. Get a whole tournament of them, the rivals, some of the other main characters,
Power
everybody
scale.
just dueling
Yeah.
for like 30, 40 episodes.
Yeah.
I mean, how awesome is that?
I mean,
be?
I'd be so down.
Dude, absolutely. It would finalize
So
the power
down.
scaling. It would.
I don't even need that. I just want to see the entertainment value. I want to see these characters talk to each other, like a Kaiba and Revolver.
Yeah.
I want to see
I would love
that.
Yeah.
I would love it.
Be so good.
Jack versus Kaiba is one I always would have loved to see.
yes.
A lot of great choices. That's a great question, man. Thank you for the question.
Love that a lot. And Divsy donated another $2 and said Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 into the Yukiverse.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. I hope it has a Yu-Gi-Oh!
I hope it's a creative kind of title, maybe an homage to the last 20 years. That'd be awesome.
Even if they title it Yu-Gi-Oh! 2020, I think that's kind of cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool too.
I
like
think it's
that.
cool. Yeah.
I like that a lot.
Hindsight
wait.
is 2020.
Hey. Oh.
Thank you for the donation.
Rex Kendricks donated his Colombian pesos.
Thank you.
And said, I believe this is what? Shoma? S-H-O-M-A?
Shoma, the main protagonist of the new manga.
Okay. Shoma is Yusaku in the manga without the traumas. Would you agree?
I think it's an interesting comparison. I've never really thought of it that way. The problem is I can't picture Yusaku without the traumas, except the short scenes we got beforehand. I guess he was a very happy kid before he was kidnapped by Ryoken, so I can kind of see the comparison, but he reminds me a little more of like a more socially awkward Yuma than a pre-trauma Yusaku, but it's an interesting comparison. Thank you for that.
I definitely think so. Also, Wandering Soul in the chat says he thinks all this crossover stuff sounds kind of awful, like a bad fanfic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it depends how you do it.
How it's executed, sure.
Yeah.
You don't want it to be just fan service. Like, it has to serve the story.
I think the way that Arc 5 did it, I'll still stick by it, was really, really good. I just think the execution was, especially towards the end, was botched. Yeah, but
also just bringing back the characters too that don't really remember
that
anything
was also
of what
botched.
they were.
That
kind of defeats the purpose.
100%, because it's not the actual characters that we all grew accustomed to. Yeah, it was kind of cheap the way that they did it. That's why I say the execution was poor, but the concept I think was fantastic. You do a concept similar to that, I think it's great.
Anonymous also wrote in the chat. She listed some top choices for maybe daughters for Yu-Gi-Oh! 7 of matching of people, and so one of them was Yusaku and Aoi. But we have Joey and May. There's Yusei and was it Aki?
That's the only one that I could see.
Yeah. And then just having a child of either Yuki, a child of Seto Kaiba, and T, like
and Taya, yeah.
Wait, Seto and Taya?
Yeah, Seto, his kid would be interesting. People love Kaiba, but he's an asshole. So him as a dad, I think he'd be a horrible dad.
Terrible father.
I think he'd be very similar to how his dad was, who was atrocious. He's insane. He's legally insane.
Legally?
Yeah.
By law.
By law, but
by his own words, because in the very early stages of the Yu-Gi-Oh manga, he created this machine that simulates the effects of death, and he wanted to trap Yugi's grandfather in it because he wouldn't give him the blue eyes or just to torment Yugi. And he tested out the machine. He says to Yugi, 30 seconds in this machine, and you're legally insane for the rest of your life, and you'll never have a grip on reality again. He goes to test the machine, and he gets stuck in the machine for 30 minutes to an hour. Literally 100 times the amount that he said it would take to become legally insane. And so that happened. But I mean, come on. Like, he's legally insane.
Yep.
He's
insane. But he's Seto Kaiba.
He's Seto.
And we all love him.
Freaking Kaiba.
Yeah.
David C. Nas donated another $2 and
Thank
said,
you,
when
Davis.
was the last time y'all watched WWE? Oh, it's been a minute.
It's been a minute.
It's definitely been a minute.
Yeah. For me, it's been about 5 years, probably. Maybe longer than that.
I watched Elimination Chamber with a buddy of mine.
We all went to Money in the Bank 2012.
Recently.
We got the Bella's autographs.
Yeah.
Got the Bella's autographs. It's framed on my wall. We met a couple people. I walked out almost to the entire arena with the shield. I mean, it was great.
Oh, yeah. We went
Now
to
that-
the
Great times.
bathroom.
Was that Money in the Bank that you did that?
Yeah, dude.
That's right. You walked out with that when they were...
That was the
Pizza's a
paper.
big crowd.
That was the pay per view. I think that Sunday.
That
and
Wells
then
Fargo
and the
Center.
Monday,
Yeah.
I think Dolph cashed in on Monday on Raw, right?
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
Caliber and Dredger were at that one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, man, it was crazy.
We were big fans. We
Yeah, at the
enjoyed
time,
it,
yeah.
but then we kind of fell out of it a little bit. I have a lot of respect for the industry,
definitely.
though.
A friend of mine still watches it pretty religiously, so anytime I go hang out with him, he puts it on. He's always watching like legacy episodes, and he invites me to the pay-per-views. So every now and then I think Elimination was the last.
I wouldn't be
Elimination Chamber was the
surprised
last one I saw.
if like we got into it again at some point. It's just
Oh.
one of those things that ebbs and flows. you know?
Absolutely.
It depends on who is hot at the time and are they interesting.
Yeah.
To me, it's really what it
Yeah,
is.
absolutely.
Galladiator came back.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wasn't
And he
another-
donated another $50.
Oh my god.
Jeez.
And he said, Pete, because of
Jesus
your
Christ.
BS stories, he said, Pete, do you still have to hook me up with Kirsten Dunst? Stop feeding people lies on these streams.
Amazing.
I wish I could, buddy. I wish I could. That would be great. You don't think if we were friends or I could be with her, I would, but I'm sorry, I don't have that hookup.
How
but
old is she now?
If I don't know. You know, that's why we have the power of technology, Nick Cave. Let's look it up. right now.
Gladiator, dude, that was great. Yeah, thank you so much, man. I mean, after a while, I feel like just saying thank you sounds kind of.
She is 37.
Okay. Then
She is from. That's right.
England.
Point Pleasant, New Jersey.
Wow.
Excuse me. Are we kidding?
Are we?
That's 20
kidding?
minutes
So
from
then
where
we
we
could
are.
definitely hook you up.
Yeah, that's why I thought your aunt genuinely knew her, but I must have been it must have been one of my other friends. I apologize for that.
Other friends.
It's true. It's so true.
Yeah, Olive Garden girl. I have her in the back. You know, we can let her out.
Yeah,
whenever
where has
wants to
she
come on.
been?
Yeah,
Is she back there in
No,
the cage?
genuinely, I brought her back to Olive Garden. But she
just-
was pretty. She fit in pretty well. A lot of people liked her.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Good thing. The only thing is we didn't even have to pay her. We just fed her some like moldy breadsticks, and
Yeah,
that
that's what
worked
she's
out.
used to.
Yeah,
Yeah. So Olive Garden girl.
wherever you are.
Fun story.
Bam donated another $2 and said, "I'm most likely watching the Giants versus Miami December 15th." Bam, if you're going to that game, I'm sorry, buddy. That's going to be an atrocious game. So I hope whoever you're rooting for there wins, because that's a game I'm not going to be checking in for, especially in late December.
I hate the Dolphins. I'm sorry. I'm a huge Jets fan. I was actually considering flying down November 3rd to see the Jets go to play Miami. Would you go to that game? In Miami or in Jacksonville end of October?
If you could get a cheap ticket, I'd go.
Well, we're talking field level, $120.
All right, but how much is the flight to get down there?
Well, you know, it's going to be
Spirit Airlines, $90.
Let's just
Spirit
walk.
Airlines. You can hang off the wing.
I suggested, people out there know we're going to Montreal,
Yeah.
and I suggested,
going to a
and you
Raptors game.
shot me down.
Okay.
What would you say?
Going to a Raptors game?
That'd be cool, but that's in Toronto.
Montreal. Oh,
Come on, dude.
And
thought it
so
was the same place.
I suggested that to save money, we walk to the airport.
Right.
And you guys shot me down. I feel
do
like
we still not have a way to get to the airport?
we still do not have a legitimate way
That's
to get
kind of
there.
concerning. We're leaving in
In
a
2.5
week.
weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very concerning. Again, I think we should go back to us walking. What about bicycles? What about if we just rent bicycles?
We have to take a ferry.
Oh, you could take a bicycle on the ferry.
You think back on the ferry.
I
Genuinely,
guarantee.
how are we
Look,
going to get to the airport? How are we going to get to LaGuardia?
I'm gonna look this up right now. I guarantee the walk itself was about 7 hours, including the ferry. Okay,
Seriously, how are we going to get to LaGuardia?
I have no idea.
Uber XL, bro.
Uber XL is going to cost us like 50 of each.
That's what you get for going through LaGuardia.
Well, we had to. There were no flights out of Newark. Okay, you know what?
Honestly, it says there's a transit. I mean, maybe there's a bus or something we could take there.
Yeah, I was talking to one of my coworkers, and she said that there might be a way to.
I mean, that's a possibility,
But
right?
the problem is, Olive Garden girl gets off at 7, so we have to be
I
at.
know, she is the linchpin.
Yeah,
That's the issue. Why is she invited on this trip again since we just met her?
I don't know.
I have no
We
idea.
just invited her.
Yeah,
She said she
sweet.
played Pokemon Go a few years ago. So
That's right. We just
like
can't
everyone
anyway.
else, so we just
Yeah.
invited her.
What is that again?
Yeah, that's right. Nick T doesn't even play.
Gen 5 coming soon. Anyway,
Yeah, dude.
do we have any more? Or are we done?
Yeah, dude.
Two more?
We got 2 more right now.
Okay,
Let me
perfect.
check the chat.
And then we'll
Make
conclude
sure.
things.
Oh, you thought you were going to bed, but you're not, because there's another 2. So we have 4 more.
Thank you guys so much.
I love that everyone keeps up
Please don't.
my tradition.
You don't
keep
you don't
it going,
have to.
guys.
Don't do it just to be me.
All night.
Please.
Just donate even 99
No.
cents just to keep Dylan awake.
Please don't feel the need to donate anything.
Now, Dylan, you said you were hanging out after this, bro. You kind of concerning me that you're just gonna go to sleep.
Well, I just need something to eat because my blood sugar is getting very low.
You do need something to eat.
Yeah, there's probably something you could do upstairs. Bam donated another $2
Oh, thank you, Bam.
and said, "LOL Mets. Don't worry, Yankees are winning another." Bam, I used to like you, and now
So I guess he's a Yankees and Giants
I
fan.
want you to get
Calibro.
I want you to get real close up to the camera right now because I'm looking directly into your soul. I don't want you on this channel anymore.
No, don't listen to him. Bam.
Okay, Yankee fans.
Known.
Yankee fans are not allowed here. We already tolerate Calibro. We don't need another.
I will say
We suffered a tragic loss tonight.
I like the Yankees more than I like well, I was gonna say the Phillies. Well, yeah,
And then now you're gonna throw
that's
David.
true. I
under
just
the
don't
bus.
like the Phillies. I'm sorry.
The
You
Phil-
like the Phillies?
I hate the Phillies. Hate the Nats.
Braves.
Braves. Marlins. Hate them all.
Yeah.
Hate them all.
That's why when
Get out.
Actually, I'm glad Bam is a New York fan because when he said he was going to see the Dolphins play, I was worried he was a Dolphins fan. But
He could be.
luckily- No, I think he's
You
a
never know.
Giants fan. If he's a Yankees fan, he's probably Yankees Giants. Although Yankees Dolphins isn't a rare combination.
That's not a rare combination.
Oh God.
All I'm saying is,
Yeah, but he's a fluke.
if your Yankees win, that would be great for you. If you're a Giants fan, They're trash.
Did you get invited to his wedding, by the way?
Who?
Mike.
Who?
I guess that
No,
answers
just
that.
kidding. To be determined.
We remember we have a bet on that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He gives us $5 if he gets invited. We give him $5 if he doesn't.
Yeah.
'Cause
That's
we think- 'cause
right.
He's definitely gonna get invited.
I'm not gonna get invited.
There's no way you don't
the
get
only chance I'm
invited.
getting invited is I built this Go Tanks from Dragon Ball Z. I built
Okay.
a model. And I'm gonna send him a picture, and as soon as I do that, that's when I'm gonna get invited.
Probably.
Yeah.
But if I don't, I don't think I'm getting.
All you got to do is remind the people that you're alive, and
Boom.
you get an automatic invite.
Like,
We've
yo,
seen that
remember,
before.
remember Dragon Ball Z? And be like, yo, that's sick. Come to my wedding.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna do it, so I can get 10.
Shout out if
Anyway,
Weir's
Bam.
watching.
Thank you.
Bam.
We would cop that invite.
Yeah, you did.
Oh,
we
I see. Oh.
we did his fantasy league tonight though, so that was fun.
Jesus Christ.
I love you guys. You guys are the best.
Yeah, no, thank you.
Thank you
guys.
very much. Oh my God, this just the chat is. You guys are funny sometimes, man. That's
No,
why I
I
go back and love reading.
Oh, I go back and I watch every episode. And I love it.
So Bam came back and continues
Love it.
streak. Donated another $5.
Thank you, Bam.
He said I meant in my ending family. Aoi, the professional duelist, and Yusaku retired after the eye battle, supports his wife with his son's name. That is, I'm gonna say Seiya, Senya, Seiya.
Saya.
Saya.
Yeah. I love that storyline. I don't think it'll never happen, but I do love
No,
it.
it'd be great, and
I think it would
that
be
would
really good.
support kind of Yusaku putting it down. Honestly, Bam, you're filling in the role tonight. That your buddy Matt is not here. He's normally the guy that's telling all the stories.
I think
out
that's
here.
his his rival.
There's
Matt.
a
They hate
rivalry
each other.
going on, and you guys should challenge each other to a duel.
Yes.
Bam, thank you so much. Seriously, dude. Thank you.
Davis donated another $2.
Davis.
Dude.
It said Money in the Bank 2012 was in Phoenix. I was there, so it wasn't 2012 that we
Which
went.
one was in Wells Fargo?
So maybe 2013.
It might have been 13, I think.
It might have
13
been
or
13 then. Money in the Bank 2013, Wells Fargo Center. Yep. So isn't that crazy that someone in the chat was actually at the wrong year that I got of that pay-per-view event?
Yeah.
That's weird.
What are the
actually.
odds
In
of that,
Phoenix.
honestly? 2013, I just looked it up, was Wells Fargo. So 2013. Right, because that's right when they were starting to advertise Total Divas. That's why the Bellas were signing
that's
autographs.
why it was there. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
poster says Total Divas.
I think
Yeah.
we were supposed to meet some of the other Total Divas, and they weren't there.
Yeah, that was awesome. That's awesome that you went to that, Davis.
So
And
sick.
thank you. You know who I missed the stream? I'm just going to say his name because I love saying his name. Goose.
I
Where's
know.
Goose?
I don't know,
He's probably sleeping.
asleep. Good for him, honestly.
Him, Matt,
That
everybody.
sounds amazing.
When you guys watch this, we're shouting you out.
Yeah, great.
You're all
of you.
awesome.
You're all amazing. Every single person here.
Okay, so Dill,
Yeah.
right now, I'm gonna jump to Bam, who has the most recent
Okay.
donation. Bam, love you. Not a shot at you here, but he donated $2. Said no sleep. I'm a Giants fan. You guys rock. Thank you very much.
Love you,
Yeah.
dude.
Hell yeah.
Brace for a rough season, buddy. It's gonna be tough.
Now, and that's coming from someone who you're a Giants fan after the Rams.
After the Rams, it's going to be a rough season. I am diehard Rams. Listen. I went through the 1 in 15 years, man, in St. Louis. Okay, I know what it's
No,
like.
he's been a fan since the horrible years.
You had
He's
all
not a
these great
bandwagon.
years.
Yeah,
I hate when people accuse me of that. You had all these great years. You won 2 Super Bowls. It's going to be tough. But hey, it's preseason, but Daniel Jones looked pretty good. So you never know.
Listen,
Never
I'd
know.
rather as a broken-hearted Jets fan, I would rather win 2 Super Bowls in 15 years and be horrible the other 13 than just be mediocre. And we had 2 good runs under Rex Ryan. That was like 10 years ago. I mean, you won 2 Super Bowls. Like, you can't be upset about it.
Yeah, over the Patriots. I mean, even better.
Yeah.
Icing on the cake there.
Yeah, that was sweet for me too. But-
Virtually also goes, Goose is at Caliber's Soulburner parade.
Wow.
I'm sure Caliber.
People have been talking about that Calibro is having a Soulburner parade right now.
Probably
That's
is.
why
sure
he's not
he
here.
is. I love that. That's great.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's there.
He's really not here because he doesn't like us.
So now we got a string of 3 donations. Okay.
Okay.
I want you to brace for impact. As
Why?
They say. Okay. So Anonymous starts it off with $20.
Oh fuck.
And she goes, thanks, Pete, for reading my comment. Of course, anytime, Anonymous. It's my favorite fan fiction shipping. # justice for Aoi Saizen and Miyu.
Yeah,
Seriously.
Justice for Me is
I would have
true.
loved to see their relationship, their friendship expanded.
All we saw was the flashback. We didn't even get a real time moment between them.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope.
But Anonymous, that is a very big donation.
Yeah, because we got the
Thank you.
flashback of the hospital scene and then the kids, and that was it, right?
Right, exactly.
Exactly.
Damn, that sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would love to see that.
Thank you,
Then
Anonymous.
Galladiator came back.
Oh god.
Okay, your man donates another $50.
Holy fuck.
And he
That's
said,
$200 fucking
and
dollars.
he said, no bed for you.
No bed.
Oh, Gladiator, just for you, man. I'm gonna stay up. Actually, I probably won't. Gladiator, dude. If you oh god, if you have a video idea, you feel free to DM me, man. I mean, that's like Egyptian god right there. Same with you, Anonymous. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, dude, seriously.
And one of our old friends here in the chat,
Okay.
Sandy Espinosa,
Okay.
Oh,
Sandy is sometimes amazingly.
donates
Jenna.
$55.
Holy.
Wow.
Okay? And she said, which Yu-Gi-Oh character do you consider you relate to the most? Which character would you strive to be, and which character would you consider to oppose your ideals? Sorry for making you stay longer.
No, Sandy. I
No.
mean, all three of you. Everyone. To everyone just watching. What the hell, guys?
Even when you guys comment and view.
Yeah,
we love you
even
all.
if you don't donate, I mean, I always go back
That's
and
why I
read.
try to read the chat out as much as possible. You don't even necessarily have to donate. I try to get to everyone.
but I mean, they help massively. I mean, this is honestly.
Don't cheap out on the table, Dylan.
I'm not now.
We're building the table.
I mean,
we're building it with our
last week, I mean, the chat we broke the record for the highest amount. This stream might have honestly just broken that.
And they said records, and they broke it here.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. That I am gonna miss doing these every week, the talking Yu-Gi-Ohs, because that's the one thing that we
We'll
lose
do
for
things.
6
Like I
months.
said, we'll
Yeah.
do things. We'll do maybe some video game streams.
We'll
It
find
doesn't
things.
have anything
Yeah.
to do with donations.
You're
It's
right.
about we have to reach out and be able to talk to these people. We
Yeah.
can't just not
Yeah.
talk to
No,
them for
I
6 months.
I love talking to people. And hopefully we give, even outside of Yu-Gi-Oh! Hopefully within Yu-Gi-Oh! We give good entertainment.
Yes.
But hopefully outside of it we give good advice. And it's just a place where you can come to and de-stress. That's always what I wanted my channel to be. That's why I never cared about views. I never cared about subscribers. I don't tell people to subscribe during my videos or at the end of them.
I've never heard you say it.
I don't say it. I've never tell people to like my videos. I always tell people to comment. I always wanted this to be a place where people could come to and have fun and enjoy. And the love that you guys show me through these super chats and just in general is amazing. So Sandy, thank you. To answer your question, I always strive to be like Yusei Fudo. I think he's just a perfect, ideal human being. Someone that I just would love to be like. Someone that I think opposes all of my ideologies, Seto Kaiba. Seto Kaiba is arrogant. He's an asshole. He's apathetic.
Apathetic.
Except maybe towards Mokuba, but he's even shown just being sadistic towards Mokuba,
Yeah,
being
which is
cruel to
terrible.
Sam early in the manga. So that, Duel Monsters, the anime kind of focused on their relationship a little more. But in the manga, he was an asshole to Mokuba and season 0 as well. So, like, the love there is a little questionable. He's just, I know he had a very rough upbringing, but he's just a complete asshole, a rich snob. I love him as a character. I think he's maybe the most complex character in Yu-Gi-Oh! History. But as a person and his ideologies and his personality, I strive to be someone that is exactly opposite of him. And what was the first part of that question?
It was, they asked, what character do you most relate to?
Yep.
What do you strive
relate
to
to
be?
relate to Jaden. I feel like I was a very happy kid during my early life. I think high school, I had a very rough phase. I don't want to say I was depressed, but I definitely went through a lot of hard things in high school. And I think Jaden's life cycle, or I should say Jaden's arc, he gets very hardened by the things that he sees. And I think that's very symbolic of growing up. When you're in elementary school, life is very fun, or at least it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be very innocent. As you get older, you start to become more self-conscious. You start to realize more things about the world, the unfairness and just cruelties of humanity and the world in general. And I think that's kind of represented by Judai. And at the end, he kind of finds the light at the end of his tunnel. And he gets better and he starts to smile more really through that duel with Yugi. And he skips out on his own graduation party. And I think that's kind of where I have reached in my life, where I'm happy right now. I'm content. Large part thanks to this channel since I started doing these videos in 2016. And I think Jaden is a character that I probably relate to the most, just his overall journey. And I hope that was a sufficient enough answer and response.
I think it was.
Yeah, thank you.
Too?
Thank you for that
Oh,
donation,
man.
Sandy.
Yeah,
Jesus.
I probably only have part of the.
Well,
answer,
it's
and
tough
I-
for these two too
Yeah,
because they haven't
'cause
seen all the
as far
shows.
as
I'm going to
Strive-
limit it to just RAINS just for that reason.
Oh yeah. Strive is tough for me because I feel like the character I relate to would be the one I would strive for.
Mm-hmm.
And odd pick, but I have a good explanation for it. Is Joey Wheeler. He's
Love
sort
him.
of second to Yugi pretty much the whole show, but that's not the important part. The important part to me always, as for Joey's character, was that he always tried to keep his chin up. He would do anything, literally anything, for friends and family, and with the love that he showed for his sister, the love that he's shown for his group of friends, and has always tried his hardest to help them in any way he could, whether it was to try to win the Duelist Kingdom, finals to get the surgery for his sister, or just anything. So I think that's not only someone I relate to in that aspect, but to strive more to be like, because he was pretty selfless, I think, aside from being one of the better duelists, but also his things didn't pan out always for Joey, and that's okay because it always it was always with his friends.
He was a great character. Love Joey Wheeler. Love Joey Wheeler.
A legend.
Yeah. What about you, Pete?
So as I said, I'm probably going to limit it here just to VRAINS.
Sure.
Just because it's the only show so far that I've watched every single episode. So I think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
Character I would say I relate to the most, and it's not going to be something that people are like, oh, wow, that's just surprising. It's actually Revolver, believe it or not. And it's not just, I think why I love him so much is because I could understand the things he goes through. I understand the childhood, the life that he lived with his father. I totally understand that in my own life. I totally understand. I have a hate for AI and robots and everything else. I totally get that. And I get what he has of that. He's someone who is very tactical. He's critical in his decisions. He is someone who is a leader, which I appreciate a lot, but also he's someone that struggles with emotion too. And I feel like I sometimes have trouble expressing things like that. So I totally relate to him on that. Strive to be. That's a little bit tougher. I'm going to probably go with Akira on this one, just because I always try to help the people the most in my life that I care about the most. And I feel like the things he did for Aoi are just amazing.
Yeah.
To have a half sibling that you took on and did all this work for to bring her back from when they lost their parents, and striving to be someone like that, be as good as he is, be as hardworking as he is. He has his flaws, of course, but I think that's something I would definitely strive towards. And then oppose ideals, probably someone like Lightning. Just
good pick.
It was literally arrogance. It was his fear of being different, which there's nothing wrong with being different, and that's what drove him to madness, and to do all the things he did to corrupt characters like Wendy, to torture poor Jin. That's something I'm totally against.
Mm-hmm.
Even though I love the character as a villain, I love my villains, I'm nowhere near those ideals at all.
Yeah, great picks, man.
Oh yeah, I guess I didn't do my oppose, and even though it's gonna be another Duel Monsters character, because of course that's the series I'm most familiar with next to VRAINS. My favorite character of the series, Merrick, because he's chaotic. He's not like, if you're on that whole morality spectrum, he's chaotic evil. He has no good reason to do what he's doing, to kill the people he's killing. He's just awful, just straight up pure evil.
Pure evil.
There's no ulterior motive except
It's fun.
to cause. Yeah, it's fun.
He reminds me. He reminds me of like a Joker character.
Exactly.
Where he has no care.
He just wants to
There's
see the world
nothing you
burn.
can threaten him with.
No.
Like he just loves just being evil.
Exactly.
Loves
And
it.
like his personal relationships mean nothing. Like it's just
Still, even
I love
after
him, but he's the worst.
even after VRAINS, the best villain we've had in 20 years of Yu-Gi-Oh, the franchise, in my opinion.
Yeah, he's just awesome.
Incredible.
Just a couple chat ones I wanted to shout out.
Yes.
Just Soul was just saying that, by the way, Pete, the Rams are my most hated team, followed by the Steelers. And he says, he follows it up with an explanation saying it's because of their owners. If he loses ownership, that will change. I do agree. Stan Kroenke is, he referenced a thing that I won't even say here that he's done. But yeah, he's a pretty terrible owner, pretty terrible person, but still doesn't change my support for the team. I'm not necessarily. I don't think about giving him money. I'm giving it to support the team, to have my own enjoyment and entertainment. So,
Yeah,
but I get
fair.
where you're coming from.
Fair.
And then Liz just wrote and said, "I may live in New England because she's in the Rhode Island,
Right.
But I hate the Patriots.
Hey,
Okay.
Liz, you're more than
You're in
welcome to
good
come
company.
down here. Yeah.
I'm with my dad and I support the Steelers.
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
that's respectable.
I gotta say, my cousin has a child of one of the Steelers players. Is either engaged or married to him. So I gotta.
By the way, I'm
Burns.
I'm
Shout out.
praying the Steelers win that division. I'm rooting for them or the Ravens. I just
Now,
I don't
Dylan,
like
if
the
you don't
Browns.
know, if you guys watch football, Dylan's a gigantic Baker Mayfield fan.
No,
so I'm getting
Just
him a
send in
jersey.
Yeah.
Do not send me a jersey. I really hope the Browns. I just don't like loud teams. I really hope the Browns just crash and burn. I mean, we're going to that game, Jets Browns Monday Night Football.
Dude, I'm wearing a Browns jersey. It's gonna be great.
You're not actually wearing a Browns
We'll
jersey.
see.
I know you. I know. No, I know you would not spend and waste $120 to buy an authentic Cleveland Browns jersey
Just to spite you?
just to spite me, just for the meme. When you're not a Browns fan, I know you're not. You're a smart guy. I know you're not going to do that. I have
to be authentic.
I have an extra Jets shirt in my. Come on, just root for the Jets.
Would you loan me that Jets shirt?
Yeah.
All right.
Would you wear it?
I'll think about
Okay.
it. What was the Jets shirt of? Is it Chad Pennington?
Darrell Revis jersey.
Okay, I'll wear that.
Okay. Thank
Fair
you.
enough.
All right.
Okay. Deal?
Yeah.
Once again, you're not going anywhere. The donations keep coming.
Oh my Christ.
Rex Kendricks donated his Colombian pesos
Thank you, Rex.
and said, "Did anyone see the shadows running in the back? You mean like the back of here?
Don't say
Like
that.
because
shut the F
if that's what you're referencing." That's not funny. I hope
Dude,
you're talking about something else, but you put a smiley face there, so I
Rex,
have a feeling you're talking about that.
I've been on the
What is
lookout,
this
Rex,
movie?
and there was a cricket that I saw in the back of my basement. We only get like 2 crickets because we fumigate. We have a sprayer down here, fumigator. What they're called?
Sure.
Exterminator,
Exterminator.
whatever.
That's the word.
All works.
And so we don't really get many crickets down here. We get maybe one every summer, and we haven't had any yet. And summer's obviously over. And I saw one in the corner, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sure the poison got him. I'm sure he's dead." And I looked about an hour before we went live.
It wasn't there.
Cricket was gone. So he's somewhere around here.
That shadow's gonna haunt you. It's probably the
So you
cricket.
were more worried about the cricket than the fact that there may have been moving shadows behind it.
That stuff doesn't scare me. The paranormal doesn't really scare me.
So you're scared of a cricket, but not potential demons. That's what you're telling me right here on the phone.
Honestly, yes.
Oh my god.
I don't like bugs. I don't like crickets,
Now, what if
dude.
the two came together? And
Well,
this-
then when
That's
now we're
terrifying.
yeah, don't say that. That's
I was
disgusting.
thinking about you the other day at work.
Why?
8 o'clock happens, right?
Sure.
Totally normal day. All of a sudden, tens of thousands of gnats come out of nowhere.
That
I mean,
happens.
swarmed us.
That's
Okay, it was
biblical.
disgusting.
biblical.
All I wanted was your salt gun. I just wanted to start just shooting everywhere. It was horrible.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, in a swarm like that, just keep blowing them away. It was terrible.
Well, now if you were in the South, you would have been able to grab an AR and just start mowing
Spraying.
them down.
That's not what I'm about.
That's not what I'm about.
Oh man.
Thank you, Rex.
Thank you.
Yeah,
For terrifying us. Thank
yes.
you for terrifying
Yeah, but the gnats were. I took a shower immediately when I went home. I felt disgusting. I was
Yeah.
scrubbing everything. It was horrible. Bam came back and donated another $5.
Thank you, Bam.
And said, "We most believe capitalizing the Eli. I'm a Knicks fan too. Oh, you poor man. So I know the feeling of losing and not getting the number 1 pick. No bed and IHOP for later.
He knows.
Bam knows. Bam knows that you two are going IHOP.
Let's get
So-
some. Hey, what?
So listen. Believe Eli. Look, I mean, honestly, Daniel Jones hasn't looked bad.
He's looked pretty good, but again, it was preseason.
Yeah.
You know, vanilla defenses.
We'll
so
definitely
see.
Bam be talking about the NFL season.
I'm sorry, man,
on
about
our After Dark
all that happened
podcast.
to the Knicks this offseason. No number 1 pick, no Kevin Durant, no Kyrie. I'm so sorry, buddy.
Dang.
That's rough.
Yeah.
But as being a Nets fan, I also I'm excited for what we got. So sorry. Wow, that was messed up.
That's someone that's part of your community. You're gonna laugh at him like that.
And
I'm laughing at him
I'm supposed to be your friend.
because you're a Nets fan and you're talking about I feel bad for the Knicks.
I suffered for many years. We were the worst team in the league. We made that horrible trade with Boston. Come on.
That's true.
Sandy Espino came back and donated another $5
Thank you, Sandy.
and said, "I strive to be Joey. I relate to Nashi, Nasch.
Nash from
Nash.
Zexel.
Okay,
Yep.
opposed to Yuya, too much fake ego. Also, any series is fine. Yeah,
She said Yuya, right?
she did.
Fake ego. Yeah. Yuya is a little. He's definitely not someone. I guess some people will say I strive to be like him because he makes the best out of every situation. He's entertaining. He's very friendly. But at the same time, it's a little too much because there's I feel like a time, and maybe that's more the show's fault with how they wrote it. There's a time and place for everything, and I felt like it was just very overdone. That's not really the kid's fault, but I respect that, Sandy. I think that's very good choices, and thank you for the massive donation. Thank you so much.
Bam donated another $2 and said, "I strive to be like Dylan, Pete, Nick T, and even Cal.
Oh,
and even Cal, so we have to
stop.
reference
Bam.
that
Listen.
he's lesser.
Maybe even.
Bam,
No, well,
thank you.
that's
Bam,
Thank you. That
nice.
means a lot.
That means a lot, though, so thank you very much."
I'm excited for you to come on, dude.
He came back and donated another $2
Oh my god.
and said, "Alexis got Jaden to smile too after their tag duels."
Yep. Spoiler.
Remember,
Wow.
think about. It's a spoiler. It's all right. I'll forget.
I
think
love
about
Alexis.
the final episode of Arc 5 about smiles. That's all. That's all I need to say.
Why would you even say
That's all I need to say.
I was in a pretty good mood
Yeah.
until you just said that.
Okay. And now, just to prove a point here on the
Yeah,
stream,
the last donation.
Yeah. right now.
It's Galladiator.
Yeah.
Of course it is.
And he looks at you and he goes, Dill, you don't think I can top you? I'll donate $100.
Don't.
Okay. And he says, last one. Love you guys.
$100.
Wait, did he actually donate
He
$100?
donated $100.
Dude, are you fucking kidding me?
No.
What is?
Whoa.
life
I mean, I know it's
That's a
212,
little
but
aggressive.
we're dropping
No,
F-bombs.
because that's fucking insane, man.
Thank you so
Two
much.
F-bombs.
So much.
You're way too kind.
Holy shit, man.
You paid for everything.
Clip
The table,
Dylan's
I
reaction.
think you literally just paid for all the mics.
all of them.
All like 6 of them.
Yeah.
Are we kidding?
Are we kidding?
Dude, Gladiator, thank you
Come
so
on,
much,
You
man.
are too kind. too
Holy
generous.
shit, man. Thank you. And
Thank
again,
you so much.
Yeah, please DM me if you have a video idea, dude. It's the
At
least I can do.
Yeah.
Oh my god, thank you so much, man.
And right now, that's a perfect way to end it.
Yeah, I mean, you guys.
Oh, he will not be top tonight.
Oh my
Bam.
God.
Comes back here, and he goes, Dill, you
What
thought
is
you
going
thought you were going to
on?
sleep? Because Bam comes back and he goes, I'll donate $100. I'll top you. Okay? And he goes, sorry, no sleep. Just really want to thank you guys. Like I mentioned to Dylan, and I was assuming your direct message.
Wait, he didn't actually donate $100.
$100.
No, he didn't.
He said, you guys make me happy during a tough time. Take these guys out for some good food.
You're ridiculous.
Bam,
in the
love
best
you.
way.
Fuck?
Love you so much.
Guys, please stop. Please don't keep going. I mean,
Is unreal.
are we kidding? I don't even know what to say.
I'm glad we got you through a tough time. It
No,
makes
well,
me
yeah,
happy
no,
because
no. I
I
mean,
want
thank
everyone
you.
that we sort of communicate with in any way to feel joy, no matter the.
But also, like, you guys provide this, like, I know, at least personally for me, anytime I'm going through tough things, it's nice to come here and be able to talk to you guys, kind of turn my brain off from my outside life, whether it's work or personal or anything else. So thank you all for the support, too. So,
I mean,
right back at you.
And if you feel that way, think about how I feel. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
lucky to talk to these guys in the comment section all the time.
I'm lucky to be here.
every single day.
And like, yeah.
No, I mean,
honestly,
you,
like,
honestly, you guys are too kind to me. I mean, even just the
They're
comments.
they're loving your reactions right now. Clip these reactions.
Please
Tag
clip.
me, please, RedEye or someone out there, please.
I think
Thank
RedEye's
you.
probably
Davis
sound
also as
asleep.
well.
Yeah.
I genuinely don't even know what to say. Like, I actually, I don't even fully believe you.
Why would I lie to you?
Well,
You don't
no,
trust me?
No, I do trust you. It's just that what you're saying and what's happening, you have
It's
to understand is ludicrous.
Like the last
Like the
4
rapper.
donations right on the top
Yeah.
chat that are like they last there obviously longer
Yeah.
are 50, 55, 100, 100.
Dude, that's mad money.
Dylan gonna be rich until the stream ends.
Damn,
Alex
man.
goes, the best quote is, "Are we kidding?"
He stole that.
I
for the
stole that
record.
from the Fraud Pod. Check
Yeah,
out
oh, yeah,
Frankie.
he's wearing a shirt.
Yeah,
Check
I'm
his
wearing
shirt.
his shirt. He's a great guy. I mean,
Yeah, check out his podcast. He's awesome.
I believe he's been on here as well.
he
correct?
has
He has
been. He's
been.
going to be on an After Dark one soon.
Oh, that'll be
Probably gonna tell
something.
some wild story.
I mean,
That man's lived a life.
yeah. Thank you guys so much. I genuinely don't even know what to
Oh,
do.
Davis,
with
I was
myself.
saying, clip Dylan's reactions. Tag us on Twitter. That's what I
Yes,
was saying.
please.
If someone clips them, I might even upload a video and just title it like
Top 10
insane.
Yeah, dude,
donation
oh my
string.
god, we should do that.
Yeah, just a 5-minute
the
video, like,
reactions.
insane
Oh, that'd be
donation string.
great. We should also, but you should hold a video like that and do like a week before Jump Fest of just like all appreciation videos like that.
Yeah.
like specialized videos.
Anything that's like over like 30 or 40.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Don't tempt anyone.
No, I mean I
Dylan's gonna only Soul goes. Dylan's only gonna start streaming at night. Confirmed.
Maybe.
no because I
No,
well
we
that's
have
that's
to-
the thing. I
we
like
owe it to everyone else, everywhere else. You know.
It's whatever really works with our schedules. We're all over the place, so
I
that's
like
why
to
we.
do After Dark at night, and I like to do the Talking Yu-Gi-Oh if possible, like Saturday.
It's kind of
afternoons.
sad though, like that. Just like the original 5, like we haven't been together in so
schedule.
long.
No,
Like,
no.
like-
It's really turned into the trio at this point.
and it's
Here
just
we
a
are.
revolving
It's
door.
probably just been us three have probably
Thank you,
done
Davis.
like probably like 8 of the last 9 or so. Just
know.
us 3. That's probably how it's gonna be.
Yeah. I've missed a few in the past, like over the summer, though. But like, yeah,
It's hard,
Mostly us.
you know?
Yeah. I don't think I've done one without either of you in the last like 4 or 5 months.
Dude, you know
Other
what?
than
I won't come
The
back for a
Barra
few
one.
months,
The
dude.
Barra.
Just so you don't get stale. Just so
Anyway,
you know,
I can tell you're
sorry,
getting tired of
my
it.
mind is just what?
they go.
Don't say it.
You're not going home tonight because anonymous animal lover goes, I'm gonna donate you $40 and
Don't
says
fucking-
it's not as much, but
Hey,
I
no,
wanted to.
you
Stop
stop
that.
that.
Stop that
Stop,
right now.
seriously.
You could have donated 99 cents. You could have tagged me in a comment just to read
Yeah.
out. Thank you so much.
No, never say it's not that much. It's $40, ladies and gentlemen. $40.
The great community here, as everyone is saying, Drinking Buddy goes, great community here, thumbs up. Yes, we all try to be kind and nice to each other.
No.
It goes
No,
way
it's-
past money. And like
Money's
Dylan
so-
said, 99% of this money goes back into making this a better experience for us and you guys. So
Yeah, absolutely.
build the table.
Yeah, I've got 2 copies of
Hashtag build the table. You see what I did there? I changed it around.
Don't start doing
Taking
that.
it back.
We do not start doing that. I got 2 copies of Legacy of the Duelists that I will be giving away. I'm going to be doing a bunch of giveaways, Jump Festa. I'm probably giving away a Nintendo Switch with copies of Sword and Shield. So like and the only reason I'm able to even afford doing those and make this a job is because of these things. Is because of these
I gotta
donations.
shout out this comment.
Anonymous Anime Lover, please. Thank you so much.
Eternal Light goes, I want a video of top 10 Dylan F-bombs.
Yes.
I think that would be great.
That would be good.
I
It would be
love that.
demonetized instantly, but that's okay.
Yeah, probably.
At that point, who needs the money?
Soul just tagged me and goes, we shall keep doing up until 4:20 p.m. We're just going to keep going all night.
Yo,
I
blaze
mean,
it.
the VRAINS
Blaze it.
episode airs in 4.5 hours. We're not staying up for
No,
it,
stop,
but
no, please
not on
don't
this
tell me
stream.
that.
We probably get somehow copyrighted anyway.
Yeah, we
so.
would. We're gonna end it there,
God would strike us down.
guys. Thank you so much.
We love you dearly.
Divsy just donated $2 and said, hi, let's starve Dylan, meme time, and hashtag build that table. Thank you.
No, don't
Get
start.
that, turn
that
the
going.
hashtag into
No,
something positive.
No,
Let's
that is
get it
not a
out there.
positive.
Hashtag
Yeah, build the table. We're building this table right here.
Well, not this one, but one that
No,
would go
the
here.
one that's going to go right here.
Yeah.
Or in our house, whenever it might be.
Wow. It's not often. I mean, I love to talk. You know that.
I know.
It's not often that I don't have anything to say. You might have to do the outro. I'm so
You want me to do the outro
Wow.
for you, buddy?
stunned. Do the outro for me, honestly.
Thanks all my platinum and.
Well, no, I don't do that for the streams, but. What kind of laugh was
I
that?
don't know. I'm exhausted.
Nick T is shot.
Nick T
shot.
Dude,
is
Nick T
shot.
is wasted.
You gave me all those White Claws off the street.
Sam just dropped by, donated his $3 Australian.
oh, Sam. Oh,
and yes,
the Stardust. When you
nobody.
said Sam, I thought you meant Sam Miller, DJ Stimpson.
That would have been something. She is moving to Boston, though, so I'm going to.
She's
miss
moving
her.
to
Ship it up
Boston, with Boston.
With Boston.
Yes.
Sam, thank you, dude.
Said time for this to go for another 10 hours, boys.
No. Sam makes my thumbnails. He's a great guy. We're wrapping things up. To everyone, I don't even have my thoughts together right now. Thank you so much for making this, in terms of donations, the best stream that I've ever had. Thank you guys so much. The wireless microphones, the cool setup,
They be
the
coming.
poster in that spot. It's all coming thanks to you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Hopefully we were enjoyable. Nick T, Pete, thank you guys so much. This would not be a show without you guys.
We're
Thank
always
you.
happy to be here. I'm
We
happy
might
to be a
al-
part of this to talk with you guys on and off stream.
We genuinely might only have 4 talking Yu-Gi-Oh into the VRAINS left. That's it. Maybe only 3.
I know, it's crazy.
That's insane.
We're going out, man.
And if this is anything to indicate by, we're going out with an incredible bang. Thank you
Absolutely.
guys incredibly.
you guys were awesome.
for
You
all
always
the-
are.
and
for
send
all the
ideas.
comments and all the incredible donations, for all the ideas, for all the potential storylines.
Always.
And you guys are just incredible. So
It's
you
Chad.
got.
It's just Alex just goes, Dylan is just hurrying this up so he doesn't get any more done.
No, I mean,
No.
seriously, guys.
Yeah. The bomb.
Yeah. I mean, at some point in the future, probably in the near future, within a year, I will be moving out. That's going to be a very
We're already in
expensive.
the
Last time we'll
talks.
ever see you, dude.
We're already
Yeah,
in
that's
the-
going to be a very expensive thing. And it's scary to do, but it's less scary knowing the amount of support that you guys give me through these.
trying times.
I mean, you help me live, really. That's the simplest way to put it.
Yep.
I love you guys so much. 2 videos tomorrow. Joey Wheeler and My Valentine meet Iron Man. That'll be in all caps with question marks. That'll be kind of clickbaity. So
That'll be a little
It is, but
clickbait.
it also isn't.
It is, but it also isn't, right? Because it's literally what's happening. So that'll be out tomorrow, and the episode 117 review. Thank you all so much for watching. I love each and every one of you. You guys let us do this. Thank you
You're the
so much
best.
for
You're the
watching.
best, seriously.
And I hope you have an amazing day.
day.
Thank you, guys.
Love you all. Good night.
Love you all. Thank you. that was